From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I may be alone in this, right? I want to play the clip of the pilot telling people not to airdrop nudes to people, okay?
Okay.
But I may be alone in this. No, first of all, okay, we have to say nobody wants you to airdrop. Nobody wants to get your nudes airdropped to them, okay? Don't send people nudes without their telling you to send them in the first place or at least asking permission, all this other stuff. However, this trend, because I've heard this story before where people are on an airplane and then somebody on the plane airdrops a nude to anybody who has their airdrop turned on. So that happened on this flight.
Okay.
And so here's the pilot warning people, first of all.
So here's the deal. This continues while we're on the ground. I'm going to have to pull back to the gate. Everybody's going to have to get off. We're going to have to get security involved. And it's vacation that's going to be ruined. So you folks, whatever that airdrop thing is, quit sending naked pictures. Let's get yourself to Cabo.
Oh, man, you're going to Cabo.
Less naked pictures. Let's get your ass to Cabo. So this is my only thing, okay? In no time in life does you should send somebody an airdrop nude without their permission. However, I'm going to say that if I was on a flight, I might not mind. Because I think if somebody airdropped a nude on a flight, I might actually find it might help pass the time on a long, boring flight just trying to figure out who the person was.
Because then everyone's looking around the plane.
Right. Like, are they a ginger? Are they like, I think it's a great thing for detective work. Like, I think that you and maybe the people in your aisle can like get together. You make a few friends. You try and figure out who the person is. Like, I think it's almost like going to a murder mystery party.
Right.
Right.
It could be a group effort.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Like, in life, nobody wants that. But I'm just saying, on a plane, maybe not the worst thing that can happen on a flight.
When you send something, do you not see who it's from? Like, does it say...
It depends on what they have their thing listed as.
Because my question is you see a preview, okay? Because when you airdrop, it asks you to confirm the airdrop, right? So you hit confirm and then it goes to your device. But I understand this person's trying to submit the airdrop so you could see a preview. It's not full screen, but you can still make it out before. And chances are most people just hit decline, right?
Right. Well, yes, but also some people just on their phones just have accept airdrop.
No, but you still have to.
No, you have to confirm.
Accept. You
no,
still have
you
to
don't.
confirm.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't.
Absolutely.
No, I don't. Catherine airdrops stuff to me all the time.
And
it just pops right up on my phone.
And you don't hit.
Nope.
But you have to say accept.
Nope.
You have to hit accept.
I do not. Goes right into my
I
photos.
airdrop all the time.
Yeah.
And mine, I always have to hit accept.
No.
And when I airdrop stuff to my wife.
Well, let's try it with Roz. Okay, somebody send Roz a nude.
Okay, send me one of Maureen's nudes, Mocha.
Wait.
I have a picture on my phone that ruined Shem the other night. So my phone put together put together one of those memory rolls. You know how your phone does a memory roll?
Yeah. See, on your device right now, I'm trying to airdrop something.
Oh, yeah, it just says accept. Yeah.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I'm not going to accept that. So on my phone, my phone built a memory. You know, like you would turn your phone on, like, hey, here's this person that you love a lot. So I have so many wild pictures of Maurie on my phone that my phone built a catalog, and it's all like Maurie, like in a Speedo, and Maurie doing crazy stuff.
Welcome.
Cute.
And I sent that to the group chat. And Shem was talking to a woman the other night on text. And what happened, Shem?
Okay, so just to be clear,
Yeah.
you sent the message to the chat.
Yeah.
I sent it back saying, "Oh my God, this is saying something, whatever."
Yes.
And then I was in the I was in the middle of
Yes. Yes, sir.
right,
Texting.
We
Yeah.
know.
and
Yes.
and
Reading a book.
right, and then accidentally instead of sending, like, I don't send nudes, just to be super clear. I don't.
Yeah.
But instead of sending a picture of myself, clothed, I ended up sending the same picture that you sent of Maurie.
Almost nude
with a watermelon in between his legs.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is a long story.
And how did that go over?
Not well.
No.
First of all, sham.
Not well.
You're welcome.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I have another slow-mo podcast submission.
Oh, yeah?
I would love to share with everybody.
Please.
So it's been discovered that if you listen to our podcast at half speed, we sound drunk.
Very drunk.
This next one that we got came to us from Roz Mocha fan, Francesco Belmonte. And
Great
it's from
name.
June of 2021.
You know what I'm saying about that guy, Shannon? Right?
Francesco Belmonte.
Yeah.
Episode 266. All right. So this is us talking to a Roz Mocha fan.
Oh, geez,
Okay.
Meta.
So the two of us sound drunk, and this fan that we're talking to, because she's telling us about like what she's going to do to celebrate her birthday.
Yeah.
She sounds drunk already.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
get ready for this. Happy birthday, Allison. It's Roz Mocha.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm so thrilled.
Where are you? In Vancouver?
Vancouver, yes.
What the plan? What can you even do for your birthday?
We kind of do have plans where we might take out some takeout fish and chips and go sit by the beach.
That's nice.
I love fish and chips.
Yeah.
The best.
Oh, I love
So good.
I don't even really I'm not even a fish guy.
No, but it's the
Right?
batter. It's the way that it depends
it's
on where you get it from, right?
It's just fried. I like fried food.
Now, do you like a thick batter or a little bit more thin but crunchy? Because different places do it different ways, right?
Thick and crunchy. Why do I sound like such a hick when I'm slowed down? Have you noticed that? Thick and crunchy. Thick and crunchy. Thick and crunchy.
So,
Jesus.
shout out to Francesco Belmonte for submitting that. If you find a moment in our podcast that when you listen to it at half speed, we sound like this,
Thick and crunchy.
then feel free to submit it to us, include your name so we can give you a shout out as well, and we'll play it on the radio. Dim Moore, your question is what?
What does Roz sound like when he's actually drunk? That?
No, I don't know. I've never been that drunk before. I have, but I just don't know what I sound. I think I probably sound normal. Thick and crunchy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lord of the Rings. I remember I watched the first two movies. I never got around to the third one.
They're long.
And I don't really remember them.
Do you remember the plot?
Search for a ring.
No.
Oh. It was hold on. Don't tell me. Let me figure this out. Oh. Didn't one of them have a ring and then he turned into a goblin type thing?
Mm.
And then some next dude came and found. He became, did he find the ring? I remember there was a scene, he was at a bar, and then he fell on his back, and then the ring fell on his finger.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
And then... Do
you remember who the character was?
Elijah Wood?
No, who the character was.
No.
Harry?
No, Harry Potter is somebody else. Harry Potter's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, Bilbo Baggins.
Okay, it's not Bilbo as in William Bow. It's Bilbo.
That's what I said.
No, you said Bilbo.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins.
Okay, yeah, but it's not Bilbo. But it's one word.
Yeah.
Bilbo, not Bilbo.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, Bilbo Baggins.
No, you made him sound like a shortstop out of University of Arkansas.
Okay, and then they had to, I think there was like another ring, and they had to go on a quest to find some next ring, and he formed a crew.
No.
And then this, like, the Goblin Smeagol, I think his name was?
Sure, Gollum.
Gollum, yeah.
Smeagol,
The
yeah,
guy
And then
goes
I
Precious.
think, and then the My Precious guy.
yeah,
And then
yeah.
he, I think, was like tagging along, but he wasn't like really friends with them because he wanted to try to get the ring back.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
Roz, do you actually know?
Yeah, of course I do.
Really?
Yeah.
You watch?
Yes.
And didn't fall asleep?
No. I watched part 2.
Did I get any of that right?
Not really.
No, he
They're
did.
not-
He said there's a ring.
Yeah, but they're not looking for it. They're going to go destroy it.
Why would they do that?
Because that's the ring does bad things. They got to go through the ring and
Like any wedding ring.
Don't. Oh.
Wow, wasn't even going there. And that's why he wears it around his neck, because when you put it on, it makes you loco, right? And then Frodo, right? And then Frodo.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Frodo from Mordor.
No, Frodo from the Shire.
Oh, right.
Okay. And then Sam.
Where's Mordor?
And then Sam is what's his name?
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin.
Yes.
And remember that scene where
R.I.P. Bob from Stranger Things.
Frodo is slowly like wasting away because the ring is just destroying him.
I don't remember that.
And they got to get it all the way. And then that's when Sam says, I can't carry the ring, but I can carry you. And then he picks up Frodo. And carries Frodo the rest of the way.
Like
it was
a real bro.
like a real bro, right?
Brodo.
Yeah.
So they got
Anyway, brand new Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, The Rings of
Okay.
Power is a new show debuting tomorrow on Prime Video.
Oh.
And our very own Gollum, Deepa Maurie, spoke to
You're precious.
Yes.
I never said that. The entire cast of this new show.
here we
Again, Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power on Prime Video tomorrow.
This is obviously Lord of the Rings, but for each of you, if you could be Lord of something, what would you be the Lord of?
I think I'd probably be Lord of the Kit Kats.
Man after my own heart.
Lovely.
Lord of the Kit Kat Chunkies. How about that?
Oh, that's nice.
Lord of my front room.
Nice.
Very nice.
I'd like to just lord it in my front room.
Lord of the Dogs. I'd love that. Lord of the Dogs.
Dogs. Lord of the Ocean. I love swimming.
Lord of Lords. Could I be that?
Lord of the Lords.
Lord of Lords. Yeah.
I am the Lord of the Dogs, said he.
Wow.
All right.
Mind blown.
I would be the Lord of Puddings. I would be in charge of all puddings. I would allocate puddings. I would host many pudding events.
Pudding events?
I'd be Tea Lord. I think I'd be a Lord of Tea.
Wow.
Isn't that Earl Grey?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, there we are. I'd be,
There's already a tea.
There's already an Earl Grey, but yes, I would be there handing out, bergamot tea bags and Lapsam and Lapsam Souchong.
I swear, this group sounds so super lit. Like, what a wild bunch to hang out with.
Puddings and tea.
Okay, I mean, Lord of the front room.
Lord of the Pudding.
I love this cast, man.
This,
I
by
love
the way,
these guys.
is the cast of the new Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power on Prime Video tomorrow, talking to Deepa Maurie.
For all of you, why should everybody tune in and enjoy this amazing show?
Well, I mean, this is a very heady answer, but I really mean it. Fantasy, and particularly the world of Tolkien, is where the quintessential battle between good and evil can exist. And I think that's something, the frailty of man is something that he understood. I think it will be, yes, deeply entertaining and epic and awe-inspiring, but also it touches people in that place of frustration and solitude to see a story of hope that reminds you that when we come together, we can prevail.
So there you go. Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power on Prime Video tomorrow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
He's Roz. I'm Mocha. Welcome to it.
Every week, huh? We made it.
We made it, y'all.
We made it. Oh my God, we made it.
It's so good. You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm always so late to everything.
But you've been here for a while now.
I know, but I gotta like log on to Teams and all that stuff.
Oh. Dan, Maurie, Shem. Hello, fellas.
What up, man?
How's everybody doing?
Good.
I had 3 pizzas last night.
Like what size pizza?
4 slices.
Like a small pizza?
Well, 4 slices. What is that? Medium?
No, but like
I don't know. You're the one that
I
ordered
don't
the
know.
goddamn
Yeah,
pizza.
I didn't order.
I
I didn't
think
order
they're
your
medium.
pizza.
I had 2, 1 cheese pizza, 1 dill pizza. and then
Dill
a
pizza. What? So what is it like? Just like a regular pizza with fresh dill, or is it a different
fresh
sauce and
dill,
stuff?
fresh dill, and zucchini.
What's the cheese on it?
Goat cheese.
And what's the sauce? Like pesto?
Pesto sauce.
Yeah.
And then the other one was a margarita pizza, which I love.
Oh, margarita pizzas are good.
Where did you get the pizzas? Why'd you have so many pizzas?
Because they all looked so good in the pictures on Uber Eats.
God, they get you with those, huh?
Yo,
they really do.
your Uber Eats is so wild.
What'd you
huh?
spend on those? What'd you spend? How much-
$48.
with delivery.
Yo, bring your phone in here, real
How
quick.
much was
and
it? How
open
much was
Uber
it
Eats.
with delivery?
$48.
Yeah.
$48.
Bring your phone in here.
I love.
Can you
doing
run
that.
down the hall? I love
On
that.
my way.
Okay, I love that we're all separated because of COVID, and like we're just gonna bring Maurie in. Maurie, we need you for a second. COVID be damned.
I just need his phone for a second.
Yeah.
Stop deleting! What are you doing? What are you doing? Do not delete.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So, this is the best.
Maurie,
This is the best.
anytime Maurie hands me his phone,
I know it's the slow. It's the
a
slow
walk.
handover, and his thumb just starts going
So
crazy,
fast.
like he's playing Tetris. Delete, 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 delete,
Yeah.
delete, delete.
Trying to find orders.
Okay, so where do I go?
Well, that's what I was trying to go to the top.
Oh,
Right there,
orders here.
Orders.
This is always so much fun because then you actually see how much stuff Maurie orders on Uber Eats.
Right.
So, oh, dude, every single day, huh?
Every day.
Oh,
I was busy this week.
Every day.
So he
What did you
ordered,
spend this week on Uber Eats?
So he did $48 from a pizza joint.
But is that
for-
total with the live? Do you tip?
Not all the time.
What do you mean not all the
Oh,
time?
dude, you don't?
Oh
Why
my
not?
God,
So
Maury.
what I do is I set the tip to 0 and I tip after, depending on how well I don't pre-tip.
Bro. Okay. Fair enough. Whatever.
Okay. So he did pizza. So 3 pizzas yesterday. The day before that, he spent $42 on mac and cheese.
Okay, so hold on. Here's 48.
So 48
plus 42.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did. He ordered a large vegan mac and cheese.
It sounds awful.
It gave me gut rot.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
Gave you a good. And then he ordered from a place called Fresh $46.
46.
The same place a couple days before, $26.
Yeah.
And then days before that,
Yeah.
$63.
Oh.
I spent $63 on.
You spent $63 on a mini crispy chicken sandwich, a prawn crunch roll, whatever that is.
Oh my God.
And then a Zen roll. And you paid $63 for that.
Okay, so you're at $273 right now in a week on
Hold
Uber
on.
Eats.
What's this frozen dessert that you ordered for $15? What is this?
Like
Yes.
a tiramisu?
Oh, ice cream.
Ice cream.
$14.67 for ice cream.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah, no wonder you're broke. It is no surprise why you're so
What's
broke.
this? What's this for $16? All it reads is 6 pieces. That's what it's listed as. What is this?
Falafel balls.
Falafel balls.
6 pieces of falafel balls cost them $16.
Wait, what are you doing buying falafel? Do you know how cheap falafel balls are?
Jeez,
At like the
man.
grocery store?
These ones are green inside.
Doesn't matter, man.
Oh my God. Yo, I want to go back to his. What was this again you ordered?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. Can I go back to this ice
Yes,
cream one real
please.
quick?
Yeah.
The one that where he spent $14 on?
Yeah.
Take a wild guess as to what time of day he
The
ordered
ice
this
cream?
Yeah. What time do you guys think?
10 a.m.
Oh, you think a.m.? Oh,
10
maybe.
a.m.
Oh, maybe. 10 a.m. Shem said 10 a.m. Yeah.
Close. 11:10
11.
a.m.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So we got the Britney Elton John track, huh?
Sure did.
Hold Me Closer. The tease that they gave us earlier in the week was like just crap quality. And it sounded like super warbly and everything else. Have you heard this yet?
Yeah.
Have you heard the clean version?
Yeah,
Did you like it any better?
I did, actually.
Yeah, here we
you want
go.
to hear a little
Yeah,
bit?
yeah.
Hold me closer, time to dance. Count the headlights on the highway. There are caravans we follow. Drunken nights we dark hotels.
What's wrong? Why are you scrunching up your face like that,
Why
Maury?
does Elton sound weird?
Well, because you can't heavily auto-tune one voice and not the other.
That's the match.
I can't understand him.
Yeah, I like it.
I will give
Like,
it
the
to
beat is good.
Yeah, it's just like a straight up like disco beat. I will say this, man. Elton John, for being 150 years old,
yeah,
he is still so plugged into what is like what will work and what is current and the stuff that he chooses to do with other artists. Like he has really great instincts, man.
Well,
Like
I
he
read
really
that,
does.
That it was his husband who suggested they get Britney
David
for
Furnish,
this
right?
particular song. Yeah,
David
Because
also suggested the other one that came out.
For
Like
Du-
David's
with-
very instrumental in
with
that.
Dua Lipa, right? Because he was going to I don't know if Elton John had planned on doing some of these remixes already and just trying to figure out who the right people are to team up with.
Well, before that, Dua Lipa was on his Christmas special, and I don't know if perhaps that's where the idea came from.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then he showed up to her. Remember during COVID when artists were doing, later into COVID, artists were trying to figure out how to, because everyone canceled their shows, right?
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out, well, what's the best way we could still monetize and still do these shows that we had planned.
Right.
And Dua Lipa was one of the first that did like a all streaming show, and you had to pay pretty much like a fee, like a pay-per-view fee to watch the concert. And Elton John was a part of that production. He played piano for one of the songs.
But even years ago, like when Elton John did that thing live with Eminem,
oh, Stan,
right?
Yeah,
when they did Stan live, and then before that, like Elton John did a thing with like Guns N'
Gaga
Roses.
and Lady Gaga.
There was like a big controversy over a lyric that was seen as homophobic or everything else, and then Elton John understood like the intent and I guess the artistry behind it, and then he came out on stage and then he did the like his
That was the same thing with Eminem.
Was it?
And
Yeah,
that was
like-
the Eminem story, and then they hugged, and he let it go.
Because if you remember, like early on in Eminem's career,
Yeah.
like controversy surrounding
Right.
his lyrics between like being homophobic and just the violence and drug use and then it was that Grammy. It's almost like every few years, right? Elton John comes in and like, not that you need the cosign from Elton John.
No, but he takes the heat off people because
Totally.
because that
Well,
Eminem
he's the leader
story
of us gays, and if he says it's okay,
That's
it's okay.
that's what I was gonna. That's exactly what I was gonna ask because he did the same thing with Guns N' Roses that he did with Eminem. Because I think like he did. What's that big Guns N' Roses song that Climax always plays? Is it November Rain? Is that the one? I think
I
that
love
he
that
came.
song.
Yeah, I think that he came out and did like that with them.
Hold on, is there controversy with that song?
No, it was just with
November
Guns N'
Rain?
Roses years ago.
Oh.
My God,
I think
bro.
that's my
They were
favorite Guns N'
like-
Roses song.
Yeah, is
November
it?
Rain? Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful song. My
Mhm.
God, like that is like the arrangement on that is
And the music
crazy.
video. Music video is sad.
Oh, I know. You know, what's so funny is that I don't see videos and I don't see music videos anymore.
Well,
like the
speaking
only,
of videos, this
the
one
only
here
time
for
hold on a second. The only time I see music videos, right? Like the only time they sort of like float up to where I would see them.
Yeah.
It's only ever when somebody releases a super raunchy video. Right? Like that's the only
Your
time.
internet is
Like,
wild,
I
bro.
know, but I never hear when somebody just releases a new video. Right? Like,
Yeah.
if somebody just has a new video, I'm like, it doesn't wind up in my world. It's only when somebody's like, oh my God, have you seen the new video?
Right, right.
And I'm like, no, I haven't. And then I click on it. And then
It's usually like a Nicki Minaj or Megan Thee Stallion
something
video.
like that,
Cardi B.
right? Yes. Where I'm like, oh my God.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Fan Expo is happening right now at the convention center. I cannot wait. Today's my day to go and nerd out.
Oh, yeah?
Michael Rooker is in town, one of many celebrities visiting the city and taking part. Michael Rooker is going to be there tomorrow and Sunday. Of course, Walking Dead fan favorite Merle, right? Daryl's brother.
Merle.
He's so good.
Yeah.
Yondu from Guardians and like so many other great movies. My favorite Michael Rooker is when I think he just plays a really good bad guy.
Yep.
Right? He's such a great villain.
Yep. Yeah, he's great at everything. He's never not good.
No. But then like on the flip side, when you meet him in person, he's like the nicest guy in the world. Like
I know, he's so nice it's almost disappointing.
Right? Yeah. And Dan Maurie had a chance to catch up with Michael Rooker.
Now, you've been in so many incredible movies and shows, doing some iconic roles. When fans meet you at events like Fan Expo, what, I guess, show or movie do you find that most people are excited to see you from?
I'm always surprised when they bring up something obscure, but the main one that people have been approaching me on has been, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy, that the 1 and 2, and of course they have questions about the third one, which I have no answers for. And The Walking Dead, of course, Merle Dixon on The Walking Dead was thank goodness they killed me off, because I'd be running that show by now, because that character is so overwhelming and interesting and cool. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I only did a small, really, in the whole scheme of things. I was a little bit in the first one, a tiny little bit in the second one, the seasons. And the third one ended up being a great run for Merle Dixon, that character. And folks are still in love and in hate and everything in between.
I wonder if during Walking Dead they saw, because he was in it for such a little period of time in the first season, but he made such an impact that the writers of the show were
he's
like,
a great character.
Like, we need more of him.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure he tested very well.
Like, write him into the show even more.
Yeah,
Right?
I still remember Michael Rooker from, he was Rowdy Burns in Days of Thunder.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Great. Another great movie, another great character. Dan Maury talking to Michael Rooker.
Now, when you sign autographs for fans, is that the same signature you also use for professional stuff? Like, are us fans getting the same signature that the bank gets?
My signature is a little bit different every time I sign it. So each individual signing is precious and should be treated as gold. My signature is never exactly the same, but that's what I do. That's my signature, and it's different every time. There are very similar. There's, of course, you can tell it's me, each one. But one I'm gonna flare it out a little higher or lower. It depends on when you come see me during the day.
Yeah.
If it's toward the end of the day, it changes quite a lot.
Michael Rooker appearing at Fan Expo this weekend. And I know he already said, there's not much I can tell you about Guardians 3, right?
Yeah.
But still, Dan Moore, you got to ask the question, right?
Guardians 3 is coming out next year. Has filming finished? Anything you can tell us to sort of wet our whistle?
It's massive. It's beautifully massive. And James Gunn gave it his all. And it's the last one in the series for him. And just go and enjoy. That's all I could say.
There you go.
Last one. That's sad. Last one in the series, man.
Yeah.
I guess they got to do it, though.
But that is Michael Rooker appearing at Fan Expo this weekend.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
My DMs yesterday.
Oh, I know.
Were probably the busiest that I've ever had since joining Instagram forever ago. Because The Rock, through the Warner Brothers, actually in a bunch of different Instagram accounts, said this.
What is up, Fan Expo? Man, I am so pumped to give you, the diehard fans, the exclusive tip that I am coming to Toronto. Finally, The Rock returns to Toronto, his home away from home, in October to celebrate Black Adam on the big screen. Follow the Warner Brothers Canada social pages for your chance to join me at this epic event. So get ready, Canada. The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change. I will see you, Toronto, in October.
Okay, so everyone's like, Mocha.
Yo.
That's your guy.
It is.
And I was like, yes. So now I got to figure out a way to come face to face with The Rock.
Yeah.
So amongst all these messages, right?
Yeah.
Of everyone celebrating the fact that The Rock is coming to Toronto and knowing how much of a fan I am of The Rock, right? Amongst all of these, Roz and Mocha fan Katie Zemeckis reached out and was like, as soon as I saw this, I thought of you, right?
Yeah.
So it's another video of The Rock, but I completely forgot about this. And this was from when The Rock was still with the WWE.
Okay.
And in 2003, he's a bad guy, okay? He's a heel.
Oh,
so this is a time where anytime he goes to a city, he roasts that city.
Yeah.
And it just so happens in this video that Katie Zemeckis sent to me was when The Rock returned to Toronto and then completely destroyed the crowd.
No!
Finally, The Rock has come back to to run his mouth on all your candy asses. The Rock said he wanted to come right here to Toronto, Canada.
Rock sucking up this crowd, if you ask me.
Wait a minute. Are you kidding, The Rock? Are you kidding, The Rock? What? Is this the first time you've ever heard someone mention your city? Is that it? Oh, yay! Hooray!
Oh,
He
no.
said Toronto! Yay! Woo! Yay! That's where we live. We live in Toronto. Yay! Shut up! Last year, WrestleMania, 68,000 of you mother Canuckers booing The Rock out of the building. Mother Canuckers! You don't boo The Rock. Look at you, fatty. The Rock gets more in a week than you get in a lifetime.
Wow.
The jabroni beating, no, eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, stronger than a bear, faster than a buck, the biggest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck.
Oh my God.
Hey, Canada, you know what? Hell, know your role, just shut your mouth, take all your booze, stick them straight up your maple syrup sucking candy assets.
Now, okay, I understand that Rock is playing a heel here, right? He's playing the bad guy.
course.
But some of that came to him very easily.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like the Leaf stuff?
Oh, yeah. Some of that, right? Like some of that stuff in there sounded like it came a little too easily for him.
Like
Also,
yelling at the fat guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was natural. I think.
Also, is it just me, or does The Rock, is he now wearing quite consistently when he's doing press, like a really cool updated version of the Cosby sweater?
Oh, like that sweater from the video yesterday?
Yeah, because he has a lot of those.
Yeah. It might be the brand.
I think because he wears them quite frequently.
Like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think it might be the
Cosby
brand.
sweater. Yeah, it looks like the Cosby sweater, though. Right? Am I wrong about that?
No,
I don't want to diss the man and his
see
fashion.
The similarity.
But,
he might be
yeah.
loyal to a brand.
Right. Also, that
Anyway.
sweater looks like it is holding on for dear life on that guy. Like for dear life.
So I don't know what we do. But
Which
the
rock are we getting? Are we getting
Nice Rock?
Nice Rock, or are we getting candy ass, fat ass. I get more whatever than you do.
I don't know, but
That
I need to come
rock.
face to face with the man.
Jeez.
But thank you to everyone that DM'd.
I can't believe they said that.
Right. I appreciate it. And thank you, Katie, amongst all those messages, all those wonderful messages. Mocha, your best friend's coming to town. Mocha, you need to link up with your best friend. And then Katie's like, hey, remember that time when?
That's tough, too. It's hard to hear.
I know.
Hear
You
the
want to hear it
Rock
again?
sing?
Just a little bit?
Finally, The Rock has come back to Toronto.
This is so positive all the time, right?
I know.
To run his
weird to
mouth
hear The
on
Rock like
all
this.
your candy asses. The Rock said he wanted to come right here to Toronto, Canada.
Like, I take it personally. You know what I mean?
Oh, wait a minute. Are you kidding, The Rock? Are you kidding, The Rock? What, is this the first time you've ever heard someone mention your city? Is that it? Oh, yay! Hooray! That Toronto! Yay!
So embarrassing.
That's the best part.
It's so embarrassing.
That's where
Thanks,
we
man.
live. We live in Toronto. Yay! Shut up!
You know what? There's nothing we can do about it either.
WrestleMania.
No.
68,000 of you mother Canuckers booing The Rock out of the
Just
building.
gotta take it.
Yeah, there's nothing you can
don't
do.
boo
Nothing.
The Rock, you fatty. The Rock is
Oh, no, again.
lifetime. The jabroni beaten. No. Eating, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, stronger than a bear, faster than a buck, the biggest thing to hit Canada because the Maple Leafs suck.
Wow. Yeah, that hurts.
I mean, he is kind of spitting facts right there.
Right to the soul.
Hey, Canada, you know what? Hell, know your role, just shut your mouth, take all your booze, stick them straight up your maple syrup sucking candy ass.
Love you, Rock.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Maury, how many views does your TikTok video have?
400,000.
What?
Maury did a TikTok video yesterday. Got 400,000
Oh,
views.
congratulations,
Yeah,
dude.
and you know sometimes when somebody goes like viral for something and then that's just the thing that they're known for, but they're like, man, I'm known for that now. So,
what
yeah,
happened?
so Maury's the can't turn right guy.
Huh?
36,000 likes.
So Maury out here doing city work. So Maury was at King in Portland, and I guess they're doing construction. Okay,
Always are.
always. So they're doing construction, and because of the construction, when you get to the intersection, existing already is a sign telling drivers that you cannot go straight.
Okay.
An existing sign that says you cannot turn left.
Okay.
Then the city workers also added a sign to that intersection that said you cannot turn right.
So where the hell do you go?
Exactly. So here, let me play you a little bit of Maury's video from yesterday.
Go.
Okay, I had to come and check this intersection in Toronto out for myself. So right here, you cannot turn right. But then if you look over here, you also can't turn left and go forward. You can't turn right. You can't go forward or turn left.
You're just stopped.
So
when you get to the
where
end,
do you go?
there's nowhere to go.
So when you recorded that video, were there cars on the street like stopped right there?
Yeah, a lot of them just went like through and broke the rule.
Yeah.
And then some people commented on the TikTok saying that when they did that, they got tickets.
Yeah.
What?
So
So what are
people-
you supposed to do though?
Well,
Don't-
exactly.
Why
So-
don't they just close the street so you can't go?
Well, because
Well,
they,
streetcars
because
still have to go
the
through.
Streetcars still have to go through, right?
But where do
it's-
the streetcars go? If you can't go left, right,
yeah,
and straight.
Well, they can go. But yeah,
Oh, so it's okay for the streetcars
yeah,
to go.
So it was an intersection again. It was an intersection where there was because of construction, there was a very large sign telling motorists at that intersection that you cannot turn right. Then when you look ahead, there's a sign saying you cannot go straight, and also a sign saying you cannot turn left. So there was nowhere for people to go.
Damn it, Maury. Did you talk to any of the construction workers in the area?
No, but this thing became huge.
So Maury got 400,000 views on this video, and then traffic services started getting involved, and they replied to Maury's video.
Oh, my God.
Okay, they said, "Hey Maury, thanks for sharing this. Based on your, based on your TikTok, We reached out to the city of Toronto, also loving the beard. Let's get together soon. I'll buy coffee.
Wow.
Okay. And then traffic services got involved, and they said, hey, Maurie, it's great that you got this issue, needed attention. In the future, if you see something like this, call 311 to let the city know. No. Okay, Maury's
not my job.
Maury's going to go home and sit on hold with 311 for God knows how long to tell somebody something that they're not going to care about, right?
And not
We
going to
all
be able
know.
to do anything
Right.
about it.
So,
Or go on TikTok and get 400,000 views on a stupid video, but it can't turn right.
So it turns out the construction company got in trouble.
Really?
Because they didn't have
Snitch.
They didn't have a permit to put the no right turn sign.
Oh my God. Are you going to be in trouble now?
And then apparently
Snitch.
the police were supposed to, or city services was supposed to cover up the go forward sign to allow people to go forward.
Right.
And then they didn't.
Nobody did their job.
So in other words, everybody's getting in trouble, and they're all going to be mad at you.
Yeah.
I know, but this guy wants to go for coffee.
Right. Look at Maury out here pointing out people who don't do their job. Yeah. And again, 400,000 views, and it could have been anything Maury's done, but Maury is now the can't turn right guy.
Yeah, and then you just got everybody in the city
Right.
fired.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, Roz and Mocha.
Yo.
Yo.
What's going on?
Hey,
How are you guys?
Fabian.
Wow.
Yo.
What's going on, dude? We haven't talked to you in forever. How's summer?
Good, man. Good. Can't complain. Well, I can complain, but nobody listens, right?
Fair enough.
How's work? How's
Yeah,
life
man.
in the trades? We know that you're a plumber.
Oh, good, man. I'm actually working at the largest site in Toronto right now, the Well.
Oh,
So
nice.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's pretty cool to go down in somewhat of a history, I guess. I got to see Maury a couple of weeks ago on the streets of Toronto.
Oh, yeah?
What was Maury doing?
I don't know. Nothing, it looked like. But he said he was going to a meeting.
A meeting?
Yeah, right. What a liar. What meeting?
What meeting were you going to, Maury?
I was going to a press conference.
That's not a meeting.
I don't think I said meeting.
You said meeting, Maury.
Yeah.
You didn't even recognize me.
No, I didn't.
Baby, and he's like,
All I know is that there's a guy coming towards me with like a massive joint hanging out of his mouth, and I was like, oh, God.
you should have knew it was me right away.
Hold on a
then.
second. How many Fabians do you know, though, Maury? I only
didn't
know
know it was
one, and it's the
Fabian.
one that we're talking to.
I didn't know it was Fabian at the time. I don't know. Like, I just saw this really dirty man with a joint coming out of his mouth.
Were you dirty that day, Fabian?
Yeah, I was in my work clothes.
Yeah.
The guy's working construction 12 hours a day.
I don't know that then.
You're right. When you don't know it's Fabian, it's just a dirty man with a joint in his mouth coming at you on the
Exactly.
sidewalk.
Oh,
I get
man.
it. And Maury is like, I would feel bad for people when Maury and I would drive to work together, and every now and then he would like drive home. So it was like daytime, right?
Yeah.
And if we were like at a stoplight and somebody was crossing the road in front of us, but they were like a little too close to the car. Like, and I mean like somebody who looks somewhat normal, not completely normal, but somewhat normal, right? As soon as they got close to the car, Maury would put his hand on the door lock, and all the person outside would hear was, right? Like anytime anybody got close to the car, Maury would like lock the door immediately, right? Like terrified of everything and terrified of everyone.
So Fabian was the meeting with Dammit Maury, your encounter with Maury, was it everything that you thought it would be?
So amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like super awkward.
No, well, it was awkward. It was awkward on the fact that the man said he didn't remember me, but other than that, I figured once he smelled the weed and the J, he was like, okay, it's definitely Fabian.
Oh my God.
Do they let you smoke at work?
Yeah, sure they do.
Yeah.
I'm not on site. I go for a walk. You know what I mean? It's my medicine, man. I got to work.
Let the man live.
That's my medicine.
That's it, man. Let the man live, man.
What did you guys talk about?
Nothing. I said, hey, Maury. I saw him from afar. I'm like, hey, Maury. And he's like, oh, and I'm like, it's Fabian. He's like, oh, no, it's not. And I showed him my weed. I'm like, of course it is. And then he's like, oh, he goes, oh, yeah, you're dirty. I'm like, yeah. I said, let's take a selfie. He goes, okay, tag me in it. And then that was it.
Of course, yeah.
Of course he said that. And then he was what? And then he was on his way to his very important meeting?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, I got to go. I got to go to a meeting. I'm like, all right, have a good one, Maury.
Maury's power meeting. Like off his way to cutting deals.
What a liar. Fabian, we love you, bro. Thanks for checking in.
Oh, I know. Good, man. Have a good weekend, guys. Love you guys, too.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me read you this headline from Vanity Fair. simply reads, close your eyes and listen to Jamie Foxx's Donald Trump impersonation.
Oh, my God.
Now, I have not heard this.
Oh, you haven't?
No, I have not. I did not know that Jamie Foxx can do Donald Trump. Every now and then, Jamie Foxx, when he's doing stuff, he pulls out impressions. And he's not known for impressions, but he's very good at impressions.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I know about Jamie Foxx. But I've not heard Jamie Foxx do his Donald Trump. I guess he busted this out while he was out promoting Day Shift, his movie on Netflix, which is really great, by the way.
He's with Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
right?
God. Okay.
Snoop's here,
Yeah.
and they're on the Rap Radar podcast, as you said, promoting their Netflix movie.
Yeah.
Okay, but listen to Jamie Foxx and his Donald Trump impression.
There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry, he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop D.L. Double G, great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love
People on
Death
both
Row.
sides.
I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news. I love Death Row.
What's your favorite Death Row record, Mr. Trump?
All of them. All of the Death Row records. Don't try to pin me down. I see what he just... Excuse me.
Fake news.
Excuse me.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Look out for
They
you.
tried to give me the virus. I beat the virus.
Wow.
And you know what's crazy is
Wow.
that even knowing that it's Jamie Foxx, at least for me, and I saw the clip, and it's
Yeah.
incredible. But even hearing it, trying to picture Jamie Foxx doing the Donald Trump voice, I can't picture it.
No.
Because
that's
it's not
like
good.
Really incredible.
Right? Like,
There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides.
like you have to watch the video in order to.
That is so wild. He's real. I mean, a lot
To
of
fully
people do
immerse
Trump.
yourself,
There's a lot
yeah.
of really great people who do Trump, but it's when he says "excuse me"
Yes.
where he nails it, right?
There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry, he's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop D.L. Double G, great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love
People on
Death
both
Row.
sides.
I love Death. Excuse me. Excuse me.
That is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't hear, like, I don't know how long he's been practicing his impression of Donald Trump, but it's not like he had to wait till it was absolutely perfect before doing this on such a public
I'm
platform.
sure he does it on his friends all the time.
Right.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
That is Jamie
Jesus.
Foxx as Donald Trump.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Hello, Joe. How you doing? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, buddy.
Good, man.
Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Well, thank you very much.
So when and where does your hell of a story take place, Joe?
So I grew up in Brampton, just on the edge there of Caledon, and I think it was around like 2014. I was probably in like grade 9 at the time.
Okay.
So my brother and I, we had these BB guns like growing up and whatnot. Dad taught us how to shoot out in the backyard and all that fun stuff. So I had 3 of my friends over from high school. We were just playing around in the backyard with them. We thought it would be a great idea to go out in the field that my house backed onto and just like play airsoft with them. Like we had the plastic ones with like the orange tips on them and all that. So the ones with the ones who had the pistols would like run up on each other, and the ones with the rifles that we had, they were like Red Riders, shot like the steel BBs, would sit far away from each other and shoot each other at like a long distance.
Okay, hold on here. Let me just clear things up for people.
No.
Okay, so you're in grade 9 and you guys have BB guns and you're doing target practice in the backyard, and you and your friends think it would be a great idea if you just left the backyard, went out into the field, and instead of doing target practice with the BB guns, you decided to start shooting each other with the BB guns.
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
I hear you. I hear you.
So then what happened?
Yeah, my God. Did you get shot?
To be honest, I think my brother and my friends needed to work on their aim.
Oh, so you didn't even did you hit anybody?
I think they need to work on their aim because after every shot I took, all I heard was ow.
Okay. So you're out in the field shooting up your buddies with a BB gun. Then what happens?
After about 45 minutes, we decided to head back, and we originally hopped the fence to get into the field, but we were like all tired and whatnot, so we decided just to throw the BB guns over the fence there and start walking around to the front.
Right.
So I guess one of my neighbors isn't really knowledgeable about guns and BB guns and whatnot. So we turn around after we ditch the guns over the fence, and there's a cop car that we didn't notice that was there before.
Oh, no.
And
I'm going to stop you right there, okay? You say that like it's a surprise to you. Most people's neighbors aren't experts in the difference between guns and BB guns, okay?
No, but with orange tips, see-through plastic BB guns, you think.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
So we continue walking, and then all of a sudden the cop says, hey, stop right there. Oh. And we're like, okay. And then told us to get on the ground. So we got on the ground, and I'm not even kidding. About 30 seconds later, we're hearing more sirens, and these 3 black SUVs come screeching in.
Oh, no.
Slamming on the brakes. And then next thing I know, I have 30 SWAT team officers just surrounding us.
Oh, you idiots. So what happened? Did they cuff you and take you in or what?
No, they found my brother didn't want to throw over one of the BB gun or one of the plastic ones because he had just got it that day and he didn't want to break it because it's plastic. So they found it in his back pocket, seeing that it had an orange tip. I guess the rest of the officers talked to each other for a bit. They actually just kept us on the ground, hands spread, weren't allowed to move, wasn't allowed to do anything.
No.
And then the SWAT team, I assume it was, they took off. And then the officer pretty much he's like, okay, so I'm going to give you guys about a 15-minute lecture. Started calling us I don't know how dumb you can be to do this.
Yeah.
But this was pretty stupid. And then for the next 15, 20 minutes, he stood there laughing with us. He's like, yeah, I never do this again.
So did you have to tell your parents?
My parents weren't home at the time. And no.
So your parents don't know up to now, up to today? They still don't know what happened?
No, they know. We told them when they got back.
Okay.
But no, they weren't there that day, and I was surprisingly, I guess it's not really surprising. It's not my first time being in trouble with a BB gun.
Well, Joe, that is a hell of a story. So, Joe, you and your friends who were target practicing with BB guns in the backyard decided, because you're stupid boys, that it'd be cool to go into the field and shoot each other with the BB guns, and one of your neighbors called the SWAT team on you.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just going to take a wild guess. You're a white guy. Because that could be the only reason why you're on the phone with us today.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to answer. We all know.
Originally from Newfoundland.
Joe, thank you, bro.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Yo, Megan, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
Megan just texted and said, this is for Shem. Your IG story cursed me. What was the IG story that Shem posted that did you dirty?
He posted that, basically blink and Monday's going to be here in 30 minutes. And I swear I haven't slept properly since, and I blame him.
What was the thing you posted, Shem?
I'm gonna find it right now. Hold on. give me
Blink
two
and Monday
seconds.
is in 30 minutes?
about?
I posted this on Friday. Have a good weekend because Monday will be here in 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Shem.
Oh, no.
gotcha.
So you see that on Friday and it ruined your entire weekend.
I swear I've gotten about as little sleep as Shen usually does.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Which is a struggle.
You should borrow his mask. He's got that
My
cool.
parents have their own. I can always borrow theirs.
Oh yeah, no, you can't borrow your mom's sleep apnea mask. That's too personal.
Well, she doesn't like to use it too much.
Shem, if you hooked up with somebody who also had sleep apnea, right? Would you do that move? Sometimes in movies when you see two people and they're in the middle of the ocean and they got to swim through a tunnel, but they only have one tank where like they share it. Like the guy will take a couple big puffs and then he'll like put it in her mouth and give it to her. Like, would you do that? Like, would you like, give yourself a couple hauls off the sleep apnea mask and then put it on the girl? Give her a couple hauls?
No, like when you're on a plane, right? And they say you got to put your oxygen mask first. Yeah, that's my philosophy.
Do you have a spare?
I do have a spare.
You do have a spare. So you could hook it up, right?
I could hook you up. And, you just go ahead and adjust the settings.
No, hold on. Is that spare, like, just in case you do meet a girl who also has sleep apnea and you bring her home?
No. It's not like an extra T-shirt.
Oh, okay.
Like, don't worry, babe. I got you.
Yeah. Okay. I was just checking. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Maybe you're part of a group where you like it's like a special Tinder just for people with sleep apnea.
Oh my God.
Right? You're only allowed to log on between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Oh my God, Megan! Thank you so much for the text and for listening.
You're welcome. Thank you. Love you guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Brian, how you doing, man? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, Mocha, I'm good, man. Bro, essentially, I love you guys. We bought a new home, and my only concern is the lawn. Like, I'm really annoyed with the lawn. If you guys can help me out, that'd be great.
Okay, Brian. Brian, you wrote us this. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. Roz, I need you to please come in clutch for me here. We bought a new house, which is a new project, and they just laid the sod about a month ago. We tried our best to keep it alive, but the grass is weak and has fungi problems. Thereby, I was wondering if you could please help me with tips on the fungi, fertilizing, and potentially overseeding. Thank you so much, guys. Do you know what kind of grass they put down?
Yeah, man. So we have a Kentucky bluegrass.
Yeah?
Yo, Kentucky Blue is my favorite.
And how's it doing?
It's very good, man. Honestly, my grass is pretty sexy. Like, I'm not going to lie. It's looking all right. Like, it's the best grass in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
No, not talking like, it's beautiful.
Okay, but did it survive all this heat?
Yeah, man. I'm watering it. Every day I put water on that thing, like, multiple times a day.
That's why you have fungus.
Fair enough. I agree.
Yeah.
But I need to also catch with the lack of soil underneath, right?
Okay, so the great thing about Kentucky bluegrass, is it 100% Kentucky bluegrass?
Or is it a mix?
Well, allegedly. So that's my question. So the guy came up, and I went up to the guy, and I'm like, yo, listen, what grass is this?
Yeah.
Because Ross Weston said, like, you need to know what grass you have.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, yo, Kentucky bluegrass. All right, too easy. Like, I don't know anything about grass, man. So I'm like, all right, cool. The guy said. So when I go to Canadian Tire a week ago to look for grass and seed, and they're like all these freaking things, like, oh, bluegrass mixed with this and that. I'm like, oh, that's not what Ross says.
Yeah.
Pardon my language.
Yeah, okay, so Kentucky Blue, if it is 100% Kentucky Bluegrass, I'm skeptical that they put 100% Kentucky Bluegrass in a new development. So the great thing about Kentucky Bluegrass is that Kentucky Bluegrass is one of the only sort of like grasses that spreads that can survive in Canada. It can survive the winter, right? So if you do have spots, it will eventually fill those spots in normally. Other grasses don't do that. That's when you have to sort of seed those holes. But if it is 100% bluegrass, those spots will eventually go in. The other thing you need to do is you need to get an antifungal. Like you need to get a fungus treatment. And you can buy them online. They're liquids. You mix them with water. You buy a hand pump sprayer from Canadian Tire, whatever, and you read the bottle and you go out and you spray it. But you have fungus problems because you have water. But you have to water so much because it's new grass, and we've just gone through a massive heat wave with no rain. Right? So you're sort of stuck. I'm going through the same thing with mine. But you have to, this heat, if you're not watering it in this heat, basically you're wasting your money on grass because it just will not survive this heat. Normally with new grass, you do it, I would normally do it after Labor Day, although with Kentucky Bluegrass, you have to do it much earlier. Like you have to do it now.
So I was going to wait till October because that's what I hear all the time.
No! Are you mad?
I don't know, Ross. He's listening to you, man. You're my long guy. If you don't talk to me, I don't know anything.
No, dude. Listen, okay. If you're gonna throw seed down, okay, you're good to go. Right, you're good to go right after Labor Day. But you can't throw Kentucky Bluegrass down. If you're gonna throw Kentucky Bluegrass down, you got to do it last week.
Okay, but I didn't know. That's why I called you. Thank you. I'm not put it right now.
Okay.
God damn it. All right.
So you're gonna do like an overseed. I doubt it's 100% Kentucky Bluegrass. But so you can just throw like an overseed mix down, buy good grass seed. Okay, don't buy garbage grass seed. Go to a place that sells good grass seed.
Go to like a what do you call it? A garden center.
No, yeah, you got to go find like a distribution place. There's tons of them all over the city. Okay, I the place where I buy my grass seed, there isn't even a store. There's silos in a warehouse.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
And you drive your truck in. What?
I'm poor, okay? I don't know this thing.
Okay.
I'm not rich like you, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, he's making that rich grass money.
Hey, listen, man. Okay, then don't come at me with I want a beautiful lawn, but I'm poor. Okay.
I don't know what it takes. I'm new at this game, bro.
Buy a good fungicide. Get yourself a hand pump spray bottle, a good overseed blend, and just water, and you're good. So if you overseed with like a ryegrass or anything like that, you'll probably have like some decent germination in probably like 10 days, but you're not going to mow it for like 25. Okay.
All right, cool, man.
Okay.
You got some tips there for you.
All right,
buddy. Thank you so much for reaching out.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
So you know me, huge F1 fan, right? Love racing my entire life.
Jesus. Here we go.
Belgium Grand Prix.
Just like Deepa, he
went
does
down
this
yesterday.
every time, even around Super Bowl. Mocha is like he becomes the biggest football fan.
I know.
What are you talking
I've
about?
noticed.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Listen.
Yeah.
That
No,
track
go
yesterday
ahead.
was incredible.
Okay. Where was it?
In Belgium.
Okay.
Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
Like the most famous F1 driver in the entire world.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Not having the best year.
Oh, no?
No, not at all. Not having
How
the
was
best
he performed after Deepa met him? Deepa, were you his bad luck charm?
No, actually, I was his good luck charm. So for like 4 or 5 races,
If you count coming in third and
after
fourth
we-
all the time.
Yeah,
Has
that's
he
pretty
has he
good.
has
Like
he
if you're at podium.
has he won since you guys met?
Like first place.
No,
Okay,
he
here we
hasn't
go.
gotten
Okay,
a first
there
place.
we go. That's all we needed to know.
Max Verstappen, by the way, won yesterday. His 9th win of the season. And I think his 3rd straight, right? This is the 3rd straight
Yeah,
race
I
that he
think
came
so.
in number 1. He's been killing it.
Yeah.
So Lewis Hamilton, the most popular racer in the entire world, started in 4th position yesterday.
Ooh.
And right out of the gate. So you have 44 laps to do your thing, try to get first place, if not, place podium, right?
Yeah.
First, second, or third. And Lewis Hamilton on lap, I don't know if you saw this.
No, I didn't.
This guy screwed up.
What did he do? Oh,
Huge.
did he?
Yeah, on the very first lap. Listen to this.
Fernando Alonso hits his old teammate Lewis Hamilton. Here comes Hamilton into the Lecombe chicane, and they make contact. Hamilton rises up into the air. He's made contact with Fernando Alonso. George Russell goes through. There's the Aston Martin of Lance Stroll onto the gravel, and that was Alonso and Hamilton getting too close together, tangling, but they both managed to carry on.
So lap number
Wait, what happened?
Lewis Hamilton hits another driver. Lewis Hamilton's car goes airborne, and then he's out of the race on lap number one. One of the greatest racers in the world. And on the very first lap, he's out of the race.
What do you think he did in his car? Like, was he checking his phone?
No, so what happened is he came out and he said that he didn't see Fernando Alonso in his blind spot, and it was 100% his fault. Like, he did take responsibility, and he's like, I look back at the footage, this is my fault, I apologize. And he apologized to his fans and his team because the
hold
car's
on a second.
damaged,
Stop.
right?
So, okay. When you're in a race like that, everybody's in your blind spot.
Yeah.
Okay? So I don't believe I didn't see him in my blind spot. When you're traveling at the speeds that you are, every single racer is in your
Yes,
blind spot.
But also,
Yes.
it's like if you are a racing driver, you have to take any gap that you potentially think is there. So I think that's what he did, but clearly it ended very wrong.
Here's what Lewis Hamilton had to say.
Yeah, I had a really good toe on Fernando and did a move down the outside. Got up alongside him a little bit ahead of him. I thought that I left enough room and I didn't, and I paid the price for it. So it's my fault, and just really sorry to my team. Really.
Isn't that like a $20 million car he drives too?
Yeah, it's very expensive.
$20 million.
Probably more. I don't know.
And it's fitting that this happened yesterday where Lewis Hamilton screwed up on lap number 1 and crashed his car and got out of the race. It's fitting that this happened on the exact same weekend that Deepa posted on Instagram a video of her playing the F1 video game at home as Lewis Hamilton and spinning and crashing all over the place.
It's not good,
I don't know
Deepa.
if you saw this video.
not
If you get
good.
a chance,
You're bad luck.
like, Deepa, you need to stop. What is it, Deepa Prashad 1 on Instagram?
No, so I have a new F1 account. It's at F1 Deepa.
Oh,
so,
stop it.
Just
No,
for
seriously.
F1 fans?
Yeah, but like
Deepa got the new F1 game. And did you go and buy that steering wheel?
Yeah, my husband got it. Yeah, so
Bro, I've been looking at these steering wheels.
Yeah.
The video game steering wheel
How
for
much are
F1.
they? Yeah.
These ones are like $500.
Oh my God.
And
They're
Deepa's at home
expensive.
playing it.
Yeah.
Trying F1 2022 for the first time.
So in this video, she's apologizing to the other drivers.
Yeah.
She's like spinning out, crashing into the wall, crashing into a barricade, crashing into other drivers.
Do you have pedals on the floor? How do you make the gas go and stuff?
yeah, there's
Full pedals?
pedals and everything.
You got to
but
change gears?
Yeah, I have to shift. You have
Oh
to
my
shift,
God.
upshift, downshift while you're driving. Brake. I didn't hit the brakes once, which
Yeah,
was
you
a
can
big
tell.
problem.
It sounds like it.
You can-
I made it. I'm in fourth.
No, you're not.
You know what? They should have. I wish every race had in the mix somebody who got to drive the race for the very first time. And just so we could listen to what that sounded like. Because I would love it if every now and then during an actual F1 race, they could cut to somebody like Deepa in one of the cars.
Right. It would just be chaos.
Right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello?
Yo, Kai, happy birthday. It's your boyfriend's Roz Mocha.
What's up, guys?
Kai is a mega fan and has been listening to the Roz and Mocha Show since day one.
That's crazy.
Here's what Kai did, though. He didn't reach out to us
Yeah.
to be like, yo, it's my birthday. He reached out to Shem to be like, hey, it's my birthday. And I'd love for Roz and Mocha to call. And I've always wanted that to happen, but I was too embarrassed to ask myself.
Yeah.
So he reached out to Shem. What's going on, dude?
Not much, man. I'm just, it's turning 28 today. And, I just figured it would be great to finally, speak to you guys. I've been listening to you guys for like half of my life.
Wow, dude.
It
That's
seems.
crazy.
And, I'm really grateful for everything that you guys do and all the advice you've given me. And even the interactions that we've had online, it just, it means the world. I think I met Mocha a few times at work and I met Shem, and it's, you guys are the same people that you are, on the radio, and you guys are just so genuine. And I can't imagine my life not, having you guys as a part of it,
Aw, buddy, thank you. You're engaged now, right?
I'm engaged, yeah,
Oh,
a
that's
few months ago.
Crazy. So congratulations on that. So how old were you when you started listening to us?
I want to say I was entering high school, so what is that, like 15? I'm 28, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's been a long time, guys.
But we can't thank you enough, man.
No, thank you guys. Thank you for everything you guys have done, especially during COVID. You guys are just keeping people's minds, occupied and, making things positive. So it meant a lot to me, especially those 2 years, and you guys are still kicking it. So thank you.
Let me ask you this, Kai, because you've been listening since you were a kid, right? And now grown up, 28 years old, engaged to be married. You mentioned earlier, you learned a lot from the Roz and Mocha Show since you started listening. What's the one thing that you would say kind of stuck out in your mind, or what sticks out in your mind?
I would honestly say just listening to you guys, you guys have different perspectives on things. I always used to just think my way was the right way, and hearing you, Mocha, and hearing you, Roz,
Roz still thinks that way now.
But no, it's made me, it's made me mature a lot more and open my eyes a little bit. So no, that's the biggest takeaway for sure for me.
No, you're the best, man. Really appreciate it.
And Kai's a huge nerd, just like me.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
What?
He's like wrestling and like all things Marvel.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's like we're like long lost, I think, brothers.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite wrestler?
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
Who's my favorite wrestler?
Never mind.
Yes. Kyle, my brother, you know we love you, man. Thank you so much
I love you guys.
for being such a big fan and big supporter of the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you guys. Love you guys. Take care.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What's up?
September 28th.
Yes.
It's being named Wild Night at the Bookstore.
Are they going to have to cover all the other books so they don't get ruined?
No, we're not going to ruin anything. People are going to be great.
If you missed out on it, so Roz's memoir, A Little Bit Broken, is out September 27th.
Yes.
Okay, you can still pre-order right now, rosweston.com.
Less than a month.
And there is the official book signing celebration, Wild Night at the Bookstore at Indigo, Bay Bloor location on September 28th.
Yeah.
Remind me again the time?
7 p.m.
7 p.m. So made that announcement yesterday, and people were loving the information, right? Excited about it. A lot of people had questions. The number one question, hopefully you can answer right now, is if people don't get their books in time that they pre-ordered, right? They have no problem purchasing on site. Will there be copies of A Little Bit Broken on site that night?
Oh,
I
of
assume
course,
so.
at the bookstore, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, the one question I had is like, I ordered am I going to be able to read it before the signing to answer whether or not I'm in it?
You'll know before. We'll reveal that before. No, we won't. I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
You know, right?
Is there a way? Can you, like,
that's why I wrote it.
Can you go with the pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way to identify like individual orders? Can you go in and like ensure that Maurie's copy of the book gets to him on like September 29th?
No, I got mine on
Amazon.
Amazon. Mine's on Amazon.
Yeah, no.
Can't you write like Jeff Bezos or something?
Jeff Bezos.
No,
He's too busy recovering from the Lord of the Rings premiere last night.
Yeah, no, I don't. I have no control over that, guys.
The other question, because people are excited, right?
Yeah.
Like genuinely excited.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I'm excited. We're all excited. The entire Roz and Mocha team, right? We're all going to be
It's
there
gonna be fun.
to support you. DJ Climax is going to be there, by the
Yes,
way.
he will be.
Spinning music very loudly inside of a bookstore.
Hopefully. Bookstore loudly. Bookstore loudly.
Listen,
right? You know,
we all have to wear
I know where the volume controls are.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's gonna be a wild night at the bookstore.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard? Listen, I'm gonna bring a machine, right?
Yeah.
My sound effects machine.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you think in any bookstore in the entire world this sound has ever been played? Has the air horn ever debuted?
I don't.
Sounded off inside of a bookstore?
I don't
Well, guess
know.
what? Wild Night at the Bookstore, Indigo, Bay Bloor.
I don't know.
On September 28th at 7
God.
p.m. Yeah. What, do you regret telling us now?
No.
My granny lives above this bookstore. I don't know how loud we can go.
Oh, my God. my God.
Okay, the other question.
Yes.
Like, serious question, right?
Yes.
So we know the book signing September 28th.
Yeah.
A lot of questions were, will there be additional book signings at other Indigo locations?
Don't know. I think
Okay.
it'll depend on how this one goes.
We got to make it a wild night at the bookstore then. Listen.
Well, that's not, I don't know if that's necessarily. No, geez, I don't have any of, none of that stuff is really up to me, right? Like you are part of this sort of giant world now where you're dealing with the publisher and dealing with Indigo and that kind of thing. But I would do anything that they asked me to do. That's just the reality of it. It's just not, like, I don't know what's being worked on. Like I get sort of, this, are you willing to do whatever? And then I just get emails telling me, sort of where and when and all that other stuff. And then I ask if I can bring, a DJ and some friends, and Mocha wants to bring rally towels apparently.
Oh, yeah.
People are asking for bookmarks.
Bookmarks? What, I got to make bookmarks now?
No, rally towels is the way to go.
Or tissues, because isn't it a sad book?
No.
Yeah.
Wipe your tears with the towels.
Yeah, it is.
First,
a sad
you're going to
book.
wave the towel in the air.
It is. What is it, Shem?
Right? And
Hold on a
then...
second. Give me one second. What is it, Shem?
Speaking of rally towels,
Yeah.
our sales team are willing to pitch in some rally towels, guys.
Shut up.
No!
Yeah, got an email about it. Says
What'd
rally
the email
towels
say?
are a go.
Yeah?
Yeah, feeling in a giving mood.
Wild Night at the Bookstore is taking off better than I expected.
Come on.
This is insane. Are you serious, Shem?
Yeah, I got an email that says that sales are willing to give us a rally towel.
Wait, does it have to have like sponsored logos on it?
I don't know. They heard our conversation this morning and they said, you know what? Let's do it. Oh,
Okay.
my God.
Rally towels are going to say Wild Night at the Bookstore. Come on, they has to. It has to. Right?
Oh, my God.
Yo,
you
September
guys.
28th. Listen, I feel like a club promoter right now.
Yeah? Okay.
Who needs guest lists? Free guest lists for everybody.
There's no guest
Okay?
list.
Because it's, you know why?
It's a bookstore.
Yeah, because it's going to be a Wild Night at the Bookstore. September 28th, Indigo at Bay Bloor,
Oh, my
7 p.m. Official
You
book
guys.
signing, Roz's memoir. You regret this? A little bit broken.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a what?
A Wild Night at the Bookstore.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
We're panicking. We have our first guests in years.
Who's coming over?
My sort of sister-in-law.
Who's that?
My legal guardian, Susie's husband's daughter, and her firefighter husband. So I went
So
on.
you guys going outside? Like, up
We're
on
going to
the-
sit
on the
on
roof?
with a balcony possibly, but I didn't know what to do, so I went on Amazon and ordered Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
fun. That's fun.
I said, okay, what about if I ordered like French fries and sushi? Like, I don't know what to do.
Have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Yes.
Is Susie a prude?
Susie's not coming over.
Oh, she's not coming over.
No,
the
it's
hot
ju-
firefighter's coming over.
Firefighter and my
Right.
sort of sister-in-law.
Right.
Wait, how's that your sort of
I
sister-in-law?
don't know.
Because my legal guardian, Susie, is kind of my mother, and it's her new husband's daughter. Rachel.
Her new husband's daughter. How long should we be married to this guy?
Oh, like 10 years?
Oh, okay. Okay, so your legal guardian, her husband.
Well, you're your own legal guardian because you're 50 years old.
That's right. Yes.
Right? So-
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, yes, but
Yes.
no.
Yes.
So
I
Susie-
keep forgetting about that.
Right, like
yes.
Aunt Susie raised you.
I mean, she signed something back in the day.
Yeah.
When you were a minor.
When you were a minor.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So your Aunt Susie.
My Aunt Susie's new husband's daughter, Rachel, and her firefighter husband, Ken.
Okay. And Ken's hot. And that's why you're nervous.
Have you met them before?
Oh, yeah, many
Oh,
times.
okay.
But I've
Okay.
never,
Okay.
but we haven't had people over. So I said to Matthew, I'm like, I don't know what we're going to talk about. So if we play a game, we don't have to talk as much.
What do you mean you don't know what you're going to talk about?
Like, with what, catch up on what? Like, I just don't want any awkward
What do you mean,
silence.
catch up on what? The past 2 years, you've been in a pandemic, locked up.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about.
Yeah.
I guess, but I just didn't want like nervous, uncomfortable silence. So I thought if we played a game.
But who, you invited them?
Oh, she kind of invited herself over.
Oh, okay.
That's good to hear, I'm sure.
All right, so you're ordering sushi and you're going to play Cards Against Humanity.
People love hearing that about themselves.
Yeah. You should break the ice with that.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Hey, it's been
not that it's a surprise because you invited yourself over.
Yeah, exactly.
yourself at
Maury.
home.
Yeah, you should be like, oh my God, it's so good to see you. Man, that was a really great idea you had inviting yourself over like that.
Yeah. I was so nervous the entire week. I had to order a game off Amazon.
Yeah.
And I ordered, so it's the
And then when
there are
she
many-
leaves, you should invite yourself over more often. This was great.
Yeah. With Cards Against Humanity, there's some insert ones. I ordered the Jew cards.
The Jew cards.
Because we're all
That
Jewish. So I
sounds,
figured
even
that'd be
even though I
funny.
know that is not anti-Semitic, it sounds very anti-Semitic. You know what I mean?
So, okay, so you're going to play Jewish Cards
Jewish
Against
Cards
Humanity.
Against Humanity.
Yeah. Especially when it's something like, when you start like talking about like something against humanity, and then you got separate things for Jews. Like
I don't want to play that
I don't want to
version.
play that version, man. Right? Because that game is vulgar.
Yeah.
Right? Like vulgar.
Well, my options were Jew cards, gay cards, or
Yeah.
butt cards.
Oh, jeez. Why don't you throw them all in the mix? She will never invite herself over ever again. Only use the Jew, gay, and butt cards.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did they identify the people having sex at the Jays game or what?
No, but they were escorted out.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
Also in the cheap seats.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well, you're not going to do
Oh,
it
you
in
didn't
the
hear about this?
100s.
Deepa? No. So up in the
No.
500 levels, there was a couple that were caught, like, doing it. And then security and police had to go up and escort them out.
My favorite is the headline from Blog TO, though. 2 people were seen engaging in an apparent sex act at Rogers Center. Yeah, but the apparent sex act was sex. Like, why don't you just say it looked like they were having, apparently they were having sex. A sex act. The sex act was 100% sex. Wasn't
And when
something other than.
And the screenshot that they used, it was of them having sex.
Yeah, like she's on top of him. He's in a chair, like leaning back, relax. Right?
Wait, on the chair? No, I think they were on the stairs.
On the steps. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
was.
yeah,
The
yeah.
steps.
The very
Right.
tippy-top step.
Yeah. And then, so one angle, it looked like the section was deserted, right? So I saw one angle, and it looked like they were completely alone. But then there's another angle where just off to the left of where the guy, first person, filmed it, there's people sitting there.
Oh, wow.
The nosebleeds have been lit at the Rogers Center as of late.
Yeah,
There was a
like
fight.
there was people there.
Yeah.
Do you think alcohol was involved?
Nah, just love.
Yeah, it was just it. You're right.
Now, this has happened before, but in the hotel, like
Yeah,
with an open
I know.
window.
My God, that was always a problem, huh? It was such a what a bad idea putting windows of a hotel right onto the outfield. Everybody was doing it. Like they couldn't show those windows during a game at all. There was always
Because
people
you knew
doing it.
there's always something happening.
Yes,
that shouldn't be on television.
No, one time it made it on television.
Really?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was a big deal when people
You
had
remember?
sex at Sky Dome in the hotel.
Oh,
it was a
wow.
huge
It
deal.
made like world news, man.
Yeah,
Look at the disgust on Deepa's face.
I know.
He's super
Yeah, I
uncomfortable
know.
right now.
No comments.
No,
Just
you don't. Yeah, just ooh. Just ooh is fine. Also, like, ugh, those steps at the 500s.
Oh, I know. Sticky.
Right? Like, ugh.
No, I'm not gonna
Like
say it.
Motley Crue played there last week. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. You still got stick from last week
Right,
there.
right.
They don't water those stairs.
No. They haven't watered since 89.
Yeah, man. That
This
is
is a
like
concrete set.
Well, there is. Well, that's that. That's
But
dirt.
how's
for-
that comfortable? Like, why would you choose to do it on like hard surface concrete
Listen,
versus like waiting 10
love
minutes
don't
and
care,
going
Deepa.
Yeah, Deepa.
The seats aren't
fine,
that much more
fine.
comfortable.
Yeah. You think like maybe like why couldn't they just wait until they get to somewhere a little bit more comfortable?
Yeah,
Because some people this
exactly.
is their thing, right? Like for some people it wouldn't be half as fun if they waited until they got home. For some people this is the thrill. For some people this is what makes it all worth it.
Now,
The risk.
when they get escorted out, right?
Yeah.
Do they get charged?
No,
You get
they weren't
fined?
charged.
They weren't
fined.
charged?
Okay.
They weren't charged.
Do they
Really?
also? Is this one of those situations where they get like a lifetime ban from Rogers Center, or can they just go and buy
maybe.
like tickets for a next game?
Well, they wouldn't be charged because it was private property, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, no, you're still, no, it's not that it's private property. It's still in public. You could still, it's just like if somebody gets in a fist fight inside, you could get
But
charged.
if they did it on the street, they would get charged.
Well, no, you can still get charged. You
yeah.
can still get charged. I don't know. I just like, do you think they knew each other? Like they went there together? Do you think they met there?
No, they knew each other.
They
Good
knew.
question.
Yeah.
Are you
And
sure?
I think that if it didn't make as much headlines, they would have gone and done it again. I think this was their goal.
Right. So
Good question.
they say that it remains to be seen if Rogers Center will put any extra security measures in place as a result of the two people having sex. Well, they think that this is now going to be a thing.
Like condoms?
Right? Yeah, exactly.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is.
Got a problem you can't fix.
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hi, Alyssa. How are you? It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. So, why are you reaching out? What's going on in your life?
I have a total cat came back the very next day situation with an ex.
You have a total cat came back the very next day with an ex. You wrote us this. Roz and Mocha fixed my life. How do I get rid of an ex who I dated for 5 years on and off, who will not leave me alone no matter what I have tried to do to break off the relationship?
Damn. So, how long ago did this relationship end?
It ended about 3 years ago.
Talk right into your phone. Maybe that's why it keeps coming back, because he can't hear you over the telephone. He needs to have an in-person conversation with you. What's going on with your phone?
I'm walking
Don't walk. Why are you walking?
because I'm at work.
Okay, well, stop.
You need to stomp where you are so we can have
And
this
talk
conversation.
into your phone. The
'Cause we
phone
need
is
to-
on your cheek right now.
We need you to be focused.
Okay, I'm focused.
Okay. So, you broke up 3 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, why did you break up?
It just wasn't working out. He wasn't making time anymore. He stopped wanting to see me.
Okay, and so you're the one that broke it off with him.
Yes.
Okay, and you told him all those reasons, right?
I did.
Okay, and he keeps reaching out to you saying what?
Saying we can work it out. He's the only one who can handle me. Who wants to
What
be
does that
with me.
mean? He's the only one who can handle you. What kind of woman are you?
Oh, I can be something at times.
What does that mean?
Oh, I can be a bitch.
Okay. Geez. And so like when you say that you can be a bitch, what does that mean? Give us an example.
I can be jealous. I will scream at you if you try to talk to my man. I'll try to fight you.
Okay.
Fight! Oh my God.
So if you're with a man and like a woman looks at him, you're going to fight that woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you, Alyssa?
I am 23. I just turned 23.
Okay. Happy belated. So you tell him it's over, we're done, never going to get back together again. And he's like, I'm the only one that can handle you. And you're still like, no. And he still keeps coming back?
Yes.
Now, when he does come back, are you guys hooking up?
No.
No? So what happens when he comes back?
He never shows up.
But you just said, Alyssa, I'm trying to get this figure this out. What do you mean he never shows up? You're saying that he's bothering you, though.
Yeah, through text, but he never shows up to come and see me.
Oh, it's through text.
Yeah,
Okay, so block him.
I did. But
Okay.
he keeps making new social media accounts.
What do you say? What do you just block him, or do you just say I don't want you? Like, what do you say to him? Have you said anything to him?
I told him to leave me alone. I'm not interested. And he's not getting it.
Okay, so he just writes you back and says you're the one for me.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you told him you don't love him?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what
he
happens?
still messages you.
He still messages me.
I mean, you can file like some sort of like formal thing that you're being harassed. I don't know if you want to go that far.
I don't know. We'll see.
But do you?
I don't know because he's never made any time for me unless he wanted to.
I know, but okay, that was the relationship though. We're talking about now. You seem like you're conflicted here. Like you seem like you're pissed off because you were with him and he never made any time for you, and that sort of broke your heart and hurt your feelings a little bit, right?
Yes.
And now you're pissed off that you don't want to be with him, but he keeps reaching out to you.
Yes.
But you're going back and forth. So like half this conversation, you're like, I really miss him, and he didn't want to hang out with me, and that really hurt my feelings. And then the rest of the conversation is like, hey, I don't want him in my life, but he keeps reaching out to me.
Yes.
Do you want this guy in your life?
I mean, I did love him because we were together.
No. Don't talk about before, Alyssa.
Do you
right
want
now.
him? Yeah.
Do you love this guy? Do you want him in your life now?
Yes.
You do?
Oh, so what the hell?
So have a conversation with him.
I will.
Okay.
That was
Got
easy.
to the bottom of that. So I guess our advice would be reply.
Yes, unblock him from everything.
Right? Have an honest conversation with him though, and try not to get into a fist fight while you're doing it. Okay.
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 Thank you.
Thanks,
Okay.
Alyssa.
Okay, Alyssa.
Bye.
You take care. Oof,
That
jeez.
was hella
I
confusing.
don't even know what happened just then. I think we won. I don't know.
I don't know. Apparently, that's what love looks
I
like.
don't know.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
On Kiss.
He's Roz. I'm Mocha. David Maurie's here.
I picked up my bottle of wine. I'm ready to go for the weekend.
Shem is here as well.
You picked up your bottle of what more?
Wine.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of wine did you get?
We got a red.
To do what with?
It'll probably last the whole weekend. It'll be fantastic.
Stare at?
My headphones just died. I can't hear anybody. FYI.
Your headphones or your ears?
My headphones. my whole box. We have like a whole contraption here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
One over. Give me a sec. Keep talking about your wine, Maury.
I was done. I don't know what else to say about my wine.
What kind did you get? How much did you spend on it?
It's $15, and it was some sort of red.
From where?
The LC. Oh, from Ontario. VQA.
I know the LCBO, man.
It is Jackson Triggs.
Oh, Jackson Triggs. They make very nice wine there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, do you prefer a style? Like, do you prefer a Cab Sauv?
Oh, Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir.
Pinot Noir, you say?
You.
So how much of that are you guys going to drink, do you think?
Well, we have 2 people coming over, so I think between the 4 of us...
Hold
you
on,
need
what?
another bottle.
Hold on, stop. Just wait.
You have guests coming over.
Yeah.
You have you're entertaining.
We are entertaining.
You have invited guests coming over.
Yes.
Oh, this is game night, right?
Game night.
You guys playing game night.
French fries and wine.
Okay. And so
I thought it was, when did it change? I thought it was sushi.
French fries, sushi, and wine.
Yes. Okay, so you have two, there's you and Matthew, and then you have two other guests coming over.
That's right.
For a game night. You're going to play Cards Against Humanity.
Yes,
And you
the
bought
Jewish cards.
and you bought Jew cards, as you said.
The Jewish edition.
Yeah, okay. And so there's 4 people for game night.
Yeah.
And you bought one bottle.
Yeah.
Bro.
You have clearly never had people over to your place.
That's correct.
Before.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Is this one bottle on top of other alcoholic beverages you're going to offer your guests?
No, we have one bottle of wine.
How long are they coming over? 10 minutes?
It's like a pop-in, right? Like, it's not a real visit.
I thought we were going to sit there and like at least play till midnight.
Bro, do you know one bottle of wine is enough for like one serving for each person?
Well, anytime I've gone to a winery, they pour like a little splash at the
Bro,
bottom of a cup.
Oh, my God.
No,
Yeah,
you're
no.
not serving. You're not doing tasters here.
No. More. You need to go and buy another bottle of wine.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
You need to buy
I
another
thought I
bottle of
was
wine.
the guy, not
The
that guy. I thought I
guy?
was the guy.
For one bottle.
French fry sushi and a bottle of wine.
Do you know
Who's the
two
good
weeks,
host here?
You know 2
No.
weeks ago? I shouldn't admit this.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, I finished one bottle of wine
Yeah.
by myself in a night.
Yeah.
Well, you must have been hammered.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Felt
that's
great.
easy.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. It's very easy to drink a bottle of wine more.
Matthew's gone on 2 sips.
Wow. Yeah. Same with Catherine.
Oh, really?
Oh my God.
Oh, my-
Like, well, first of all, Catherine doesn't drink anything other than once every 6 months she has a margarita.
Yeah.
And then after 2 sips, she looks at me and goes, "You're driving."
And you look at her and be
And
like,
I'm like,
we're already home.
And then Roxy looks at me and goes, "Margarita mommy's here."
Oh, no.
Because Roxy,
What
she-
happens when Margarita Mommy shows up?
Margarita Mommy's a
Chaos?
whole thing. A whole
Do we love
thing.
Margarita Mommy?
I personally love Margarita Mommy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I personally love it. But yeah, no, same thing. Like, I don't know how Jenna is with alcohol. She can drink, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she can turn into a Margarita Mommy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Matthew will do 2 sips and then literally stumble in the kitchen. Go, oh my God, I'm so drunk.
That's totally
and he's on the
Catherine,
floor and he's like, oh,
On the floor?
He's rolling around. He's like, I'm so drunk.
Oh, I need to go to Betty Ford. Oh, I have a problem.
Anyway, for your super lit party this weekend, damn it, Maury, highly recommend picking up a second bottle.
So glad I asked.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There's a new horror movie coming out September 9th called Barbarian. Bill Skarsgård is in it. Bill Skarsgård. Justin Long is in it. Kate Bosworth is in it. People behind, some of the producers behind It and The Grudge, and I believe Ring maybe are behind this movie.
It is one scary
Is it scary?
movie. Oh,
Because the trailer looks kind of freaky, man.
It's wild.
What's it called? Barbarian?
Barbarian.
Did you watch it alone, Maury?
Well, I mean, I sat far away from other people in the theater.
Oh, you saw it in the theater. Oh, okay.
The description says, in Barbarian, a young woman traveling to Detroit for a job interview books a rental home. But when she arrives late at night, she discovers that the house is double booked and a strange man is already staying there. Against her better judgment, she decides to spend the evening, but soon discovers that there's a lot more fear than just an unexpected house guest.
Okay, no woman would do that. Who in their
Okay,
right
well,
mind
hold
is
on.
gonna-
Hold on. The guy's good looking. Now answer the question.
Oh, no, still no chance. No chance.
Dan Maury talking to a couple of the people in the movie, including Justin Long.
This was so fantastic. I was watching this movie through my fingers, which I think is a compliment. Now, but I do have a bit of a bone to pick with both of you.
Oh, no.
Have you not learned anything from watching scary movies? You don't go back into the house. WTF is wrong with you?
I know. I mean, I think at least my character, Tess, is a brave. She goes through bravery and resilience, and she's, she wants to be the savior. But I think AJ's just kind of dumb, right?
Wow.
I'd like to think I would go back in. I'd go back in for Georgie. We know each other well enough at this point, but I agree with you, Maury. It's a dumb. It's never ends well. I will say that this one, Zach, the writer director, he's such a huge fan of horror movies, and he constructed many scenarios where logically, she does all of the right moves. I mean, Georgie does all the things you're supposed to do for the most part. And then she has, like she said, moments of heroism, which clearly you don't possess, Maurie.
Oh, damn.
No,
clearly.
No, I look, when it's a situation like this, I have to fend for myself. I'm so sorry.
I get it. I'm about to say the same thing.
Oh, man. You're getting dissed by the guy that did Apple commercials back in the day.
Also, like Maury's like, you have a husband, man. Like, you're not going back in the house for Matthew?
Okay, Matthew and I were in New York on the subway. A fight broke out.
Yeah.
Matthew ran and didn't even look back to see if I was with him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Dan and Maury talking to Justin Long from the new movie Barbarian, which is out September 9th.
Are you worried at all about what Airbnb, the company, might say once this movie comes out? You know, when we watched the TV show This Is Us, Crockpot had to release a statement. So I'm wondering if Airbnb is going to have to release some sort of a statement when this movie comes out. What do you think?
What happened to Crockpot? Why did they have to release a statement?
Oh, no.
Okay, spoiler alert if you're watching like 2
There was a
seasons
fire.
ago.
Did that cause the fire or something?
Yeah, Crockpot caused the fire.
Well, no, I think Airbnb, we're talking so much about it. By the way, Airbnb they do such great charity work. They house a lot of
covering his tracks now.
That are being housed currently by Airbnb. They're incredible. They do great work, and I use them all the time. I love them. I will say this: next time I book my Airbnb, which I will, because I love the company, I will check the basement. I'm gonna just check if they have a basement. I'm gonna make sure there's no hidden doors or walls. That's it. Otherwise, they're use Airbnb freely.
That, by the way, is not a spoiler because you get a lot of information in the trailer for this new movie, Barbarian, which is based on what I saw, the 2.5-minute trailer, terrifying.
Is it true you were too scared to read the script that you had to wait for daylight to do so?
Unfortunately, that is true. That happened to me. I was 43 years old at the time. And I did. It was so, but I was conflicted, Maury, because it was so engaging. I was so engaged with the story. It's such a fun story that takes such, you saw the movie, such like unexpected turns. And I never read anything like that. And so as a fan, as an actor, I was curious, but as a human being, as a 43-year-old person afraid of the dark and weird sounds, I was staying in an RV, like a trailer park in the middle of Louisiana. I was afraid already, just by sounds of, like bayou animals. Yeah. And so, yes, I had to wait till the morning.
Can you imagine a script being that scary that you can only read it during the day?
No.
Jeez.
No.
That is Justin Long. The new movie is called Barbarian, in theaters September 9th.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Taylor Swift dropped some massive news of the VMAs, huh? So how many awards did she win? 3 awards, including the top honor of Video of the Year for her monster long video that she had there. And then when she was up on stage, I guess see, Taylor's so great at keeping secrets and stuff, right? But fans know, they sort of know her, I don't know, her cycle, right? When she's due for something new.
But
her fans know.
But the way she worded this, it sort of sounded like if she didn't win, she wasn't going to tell us.
Yeah, no, you're right.
One would assume that she she pre-scheduled the Instagram post.
Well, believe me, Taylor Swift knew she was going to be winning that award,
or she would not have gone.
She would not have been there. So here we go. This is Taylor Swift winning Video of the Year.
Honored to have been recognized alongside such amazing artists and directors in this category, and I just want to say I'm so heartened by the fact that for the first time in VMA history, 4 of the directors nominated in the Video of the Year category are women. You guys, I'm just so proud of what we made, and I know with every second of this moment that we wouldn't have been able to make this short film if it weren't for you, the fans.
Yeah, that's us.
Because I wouldn't be able to re-record my albums if it weren't for you.
That's us.
You emboldened me to do that, and I I had sort of made up my mind that if you were going to be this generous and give us this, I thought it might be a fun moment to tell you that.
And at this point, people knew, right?
Oh,
They
yeah.
kind of figured what the news was going to be.
That my brand new album comes out October 21st.
Nice.
So the new album is Midnights, the stories of 13 sleepless nights scattered throughout my life. And like Taylor said, it's October 21st. And then she said, meet me at midnight. So, yeah, big news.
What did she
Big news. That was on
She
Insta.
posted the album cover on her Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
What's it look like?
So it's her. She got blue eyeliner on. No, not eyeliner. Eyeshadow?
Sure, let me
What is it
see.
you put on the top?
Yeah. Yeah, eyeshadow.
And then it looks like a lighter. She's flicking a lighter.
Oh, yeah.
But if you go to her story, the lighter actually works.
Okay.
Like the flame is moving.
Oh, it's one of those. What do they call those things? Those
GIF?
are called No. It's
Animated photo?
No, it's got something else. It's got another name for it. What
Still?
do you think? What lane is Taylor going to be in with this new record, Shem?
I'm gonna go very introspective. I would not expect a big pop anthem.
album?
No. I'm expecting a lot of like love and a little bit of sorrow. She said she was sleepless nights, right?
Yeah.
Sleepless nights. So I'm gonna guess something really slow paced.
Yeah.
I know, but that last album, that Folklore and
Yeah.
Evermore. Was that Evermore?
Yeah, Evermore.
But
Right?
you can't
Those
call
two-
something midnight and have it be upbeat. You would have to call it noon.
No, I don't know. I think you can. I tend to agree with you though, because Folklore and that other one.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one again?
Evermore.
They weren't big pop albums, right?
Not at all.
No,
Not at all. But they did well for her.
very well.
Yeah.
So
because I think her fans, her hardcore fans,
yeah,
I think love the emotional storyteller.
Yes.
Taylor Swift, as
Yeah.
opposed to the big fun pop records.
I think there's
Right?
a billion clues in everything she just posted, and we ain't seeing it.
Yeah. Well, you take some time to figure out. Have to go
Well,
find
the
some
first
clues.
story. The first story
Yeah.
is 3 alarm clocks
right
at 11:59. That might be something.
Well, because the album's called Midnight, so it's almost there.
I know,
It's
but
almost
maybe
midnight.
the 3 clocks mean something.
Okay.
The lighter and the flame has to mean something.
Well, yeah, I'm sure it does. But are you coming with answers, or what are you doing?
No, I'm just giving you the clues.
She smokes now. That's why.
Yes, obviously she just got high, Maury.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Indian Matchmaker or Indian Matchmaking on Netflix always hits top 10 whenever a new season drops. And these episodes have people going bonkers. I know Deepa's a big fan of the show.
I love the show because season 1, you're like, why do people need matchmakers?
Mhm.
And then I think it continues in season 2, the question. But it's a really, really good show.
So explain it. It's just literally a matchmaker finding Indian people to link up?
Yeah, so her name is Seema Auntie, and she has this like extensive list of like a massive roster. So if you're
Huge
like, hey,
Rolodex.
yeah,
Right?
pretty much. And you're like, oh, if I want a guy that's 6'6", likes butter chicken, and has a dog, basically she'll go in her database
Rolodex?
and
Yeah.
find somebody for
Wait,
you.
where's that guy?
Yeah, exactly.
He's not matched up.
How many of those does she have?
Probably like tens of thousands, to be
So
honest.
explain to me, so this person that everyone keeps talking about, Nadia. Nadia, by the way, you had a chance to talk to as well. Is Nadia the villain on this season, the new season?
How could you be a villain on this show?
Okay, I mean,
What evil doing do you do on a matchmake? Oh, I guess you could be.
there's lots of drama. So she was the most loved in season 1, and
Okay.
I think she became the quote villain of season 2 because when season 1 ended, Seema Auntie had set her up with some guy. It seemed to be going well, but then there was a pandemic, right? 2 years in between the two seasons, and in season 2, she kind of ends up liking somebody else, and she
Okay.
makes out with him in front of the guy she was matched with in season 1 named Shaker, and he's like distressed, like he's heartbroken over it, but I think there's a lot more to the story than what was
hold
actually
on.
shown.
What do you mean she made out in front of him? Like on purpose?
Like they had a mixer of like, oh, Indian matchmaking, and they had a bunch of people come down and like have a mixer together, and
Yeah.
she met this guy there, and then they
on that
kinda
first
hit it off.
At that first meeting, she started making out with the dude?
Yeah, at the first meeting. Yeah.
I don't know a lot about a lot of things, right? But I know sort of like in that, like, you know, Indian Bollywood world, entertainment world, there's not a lot of public making out.
Yeah, but these are like real people, though. These are like real brown people that don't adhere to the Bollywood stereotypes.
No, but you know
So,
what I
yeah.
mean? But listen, there's a lot of, I know Indian
Sure.
people that won't do PDA.
Well, me.
Yeah, exactly.
So what? This guy, what's his name? Shaker?
Shaker, yeah.
So
yeah.
he was what? He was like super pissed that she made, because he still liked her. She met out with
cool,
some
man.
next dude right in front of him. And this is Deepa talking to Nadia from Indian Matchmaker about that.
I think I just wanted to get some clarification from your end as well, because I know you've been super open and saying that, you know, you were open with Shaker, like you had a boyfriend in between filming for a year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't something that you kept a secret, but I think something that is on people's minds and why they're so confused is, you know, why was he so shocked that it didn't work out? Like, where was that confusion coming from? Like, were there loose ends? What was going on in that situation?
Yeah, I mean, that's my question too, because after seeing his reaction to our call, I was like, wait, I was even confused by his reaction. And I understand, you know, everyone kind of has to deal with their emotions in their own process, but I mean, yes, I had a boyfriend for a whole year in between this time, and the three of us would FaceTime, and, you know, he met Shaker because Shaker was a really good friend of mine, and we would talk very frequently. And so I'm unsure of where his reaction was coming from, but, you know, it's maybe not easy to see that happen, but also we were never together at any point.
No. You can't be friends with your ex while you have a new man.
Are you on a matchmaking show also having a boyfriend? Is that the deal with her?
So what happened was
That's rude.
they didn't
Yo, fact.
technically they didn't date, but because there was a 2-year break, right? She ended up finding someone on her own. They dated for a year and they didn't end up working out, which is why she was back on season 2 to see if she could find somebody else through Seema aunties. So that's what happened with Nadia's situation.
And then the other
A lot of
part of the
drama.
controversy with this girl is the show is called Indian Matchmaking.
Yeah.
And much like myself, Shem, Deepa, and you, Roz.
Yes.
Nadia is Guyanese.
No. Is that a problem? Like if somebody thinks you're Indian, but you turn out to be Guyanese, is that a thing? Is it a thing?
Yeah,
that's a thing.
That's an actual thing.
I got to look
because
out for
it's
this
like,
now?
Yeah, now you do.
Yeah, you got
So listen to Deepa talk to Nadia about the exact same
You're
thing.
Guyanese.
Yes, girl.
For our Guyanese representation on the show, I think that is so commendable. That is so cool. But you're on a show called Indian Matchmaking. So did you have any experiences where people found out that you were Guyanese and they were kind of discriminatory against you and you weren't taken as seriously? Because I imagine that is actually a real problem.
Oh, well, I don't know if you've seen Reddit at all, but I read a Reddit thread where, which Reddit is such a black hole, by the way. But read a Reddit thread about Nadia's Indo-Caribbean, so why is she on a show called Indian Matchmaking? And this was a big insecurity that I shared in season 1 about being Indo-Caribbean and not really being accepted by, you know, 1, my ex-boyfriend, and 2, just, you know, mainland Indians throughout my life. And then that was kind of like twisted around. And for me, using that against me has been really hurtful, because it's like this was something that has taken me a long time to get so comfortable in my own skin and be able to bring my whole self to different scenarios or you know, places that I find myself in. But yeah, it's very hard to be that representation on a show called Indian Matchmaking when you are Indo-Caribbean. But it's not even about representing Indo-Caribbeans. It's about representing anybody whose family left India and settled somewhere else in the world.
There you go. That is Deepa talking to Nadia from Indian Matchmaking, which is now on Netflix. Season 2, by the way.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Hello.
I love this part of the show, man.
Me too.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Leonardo DiCaprio split with his girlfriend of 4 years, Camila Morone, just months after she turned 25.
I had no idea he was dating anyone.
I know that this is like the joke. I saw a graph dating back from when Leonardo DiCaprio was in his 20s. I think he was like 26 or something like that. And from 26 until 47, he's never dated somebody over 25. And the joke is that Titanic turns 25 this December.
No.
And so so Titanic is running out of time to go on a date with Leonardo DiCaprio. Insiders close to Leonardo DiCaprio said that he and Morone had just been growing apart recently. No, she's been growing up is what it was. But you should see this graph. It is incredible. And I'm not talking, it's not like he's only had a couple girlfriends. There's like 10 women in there.
Oh my God, Leo.
Right?
Do you think they had a conversation like, you're getting close to 25?
But I think that they all think that they're going to one that breaks the streak, right?
Right,
Like
yeah.
you have to. You've been with the guy 4 years.
Like, commit
Right?
already, bro.
Yeah, like you've been with him for 4 years. And then I saw a
What are you
picture of him
doing?
yesterday. There was a huge article yesterday talking about how much weight he lost because he's all slim and stuff again.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah?
of course, because he's going back out to market.
Yeah.
Right?
Look
Did
at
you
the
see that
goods.
picture of him in Malibu looking trim? To market. He's going back out to market.
24 and under.
That's it. Oh my God, it's so crazy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, let's do the Madonna thing. So what is the publication where they do that sort of like 100 questions with people? Is that Vanity Fair? What is that? Because
yes.
Madonna,
is it GQ or Vanity Fair?
one of those two things. So Madonna did her own version where she answered 50 fan questions where she's sort of like walking around a farm and like looking back at the camera and all this other stuff. So 2 revelations. One, that she's still very much interested in sex, but Madonna actually comments on how she feels about her 2 marriages. Listen to this.
What's your zodiac sign? Sex. Current favorite obsession? Sex.
Oh, wow.
What's a decision you made that, looking back, maybe wasn't the best idea?
Getting married. Both times.
Oh.
What type of music do you listen to?
I listen to good music.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have several pets. I just can't remember their names.
What would be something people would be surprised to learn about you?
That I hate being asked questions.
Okay, hold on a second. This was her idea, though, right?
Yes.
So why is she
It
acting
was on
like...
her. I don't
Because
know.
this is
Why
her
is she
thing.
being so mean?
I don't know.
No, it's her character. She has to.
I know,
What
but
character?
still.
She sounds mean.
It's played out a little bit, I think. But the interesting, I mean, to say that though, like, what are your past regrets? And she says, my marriage is both of them. So Sean Penn and Guy Ritchie were the 2 men that she was married to.
Well, she's being honest. What if she does regret them?
Well, because I don't know. You have kids, right?
She's not regretting the children.
No,
she just doesn't
I know.
want to be married.
I know, but if I
just
wouldn't
sounds
want to,
so mean.
I know it just sounds so mean.
I know she does.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love
Sean's
her
answer would be the
character.
same thing.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Mariah Carey's sitting down with Meghan Markle for her Archetype podcast. This is Meghan and Mariah discussing the word and meaning and how you feel about being labeled a diva.
It says by the mid-20th century, both terms prima donna and diva, although still used in operatic terms, had become more generalized and slightly derogatory remarks referring to any ambitious, demanding woman in show business.
Right. So I grew up with that because my mother would be like, so-and-so is very much the diva. People take it as a compliment now, some people. And then some people take it as, oh, she's such a diva.
For you, is it a compliment or a criticism?
I think it's both. For me, I think it's both. I do. Because, I mean, I know the origin of the word. Like, it's very much the grandeur of it all. It's what I envisioned. I was like, oh, you know,
glamorized.
I don't know that I thought the word glamorized and fabulous and whatever. And then, like, as things evolved, like, you know, the past, I guess, whatever, 20 years, I don't know numbers, but it became like a diva. For me, they mean you're a successful woman usually, but also, and I forgive me if we're not allowed to say the B word, but a bitch. Like, it's not okay for you to be a boss. It's not okay for you to be a strong woman. The diva thing, yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, it's not something that I connect to. But for you, it's been a huge part
give
of your
us diva moments sometimes, Megan.
What kind of
Don't
diva
even
moments
act
do
like,
I give you?
Don't act like you.
See me right
It's
now.
also the visual. It's the visual. A lot of
it's
it's
the
the
look.
visual.
Interesting. I think Mariah's all the different kinds of diva.
She is, and her mother, it's important to note that her mother was a hugely successful opera singer.
Yeah.
So that's why
super
she
diva.
mentions that. But she's very much all aspects of it.
She is. I think she's all of them. I remember I told a story a bunch of times. I went to New York. I've interviewed Mariah a bunch of times, but I went to New York one time to interview her, and Mariah was wearing an outfit where she was not going to sit for the interviews. So you had to stand, and they had you in a giant room. And because I was so tall, they went in and they stood me in my spot. They're like, stand here. This is where you're going to stand when Mariah comes in. And I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, her light was behind my head.
Mm-hmm.
And so they were like, can you bend? And I was like, what do you mean? Can
Like
I
bend at the knees
I was like,
or
what do you
bend
mean? I was
over?
like, what do you mean? Can I
Bend at the hip.
Right? And they were like, yeah, just like, can you bend? You're blocking her light. And I was like, well, like hunch over. And they were like,
Why don't you raise the light?
And they were like, no, Mocha.
Because then it won't look good on her.
Isn't it on like a tripod or something?
Yeah, you can't
Like on a
raise the
stand?
light because then it affects Mariah's face.
Okay.
Okay. So they were like, can you bend? And I was like, well, like what? And I sort of like hunched my head a little bit. And the guy was like, no, lower. And I go, well, I have to stand up straight to do this interview. And they go, well, what can you do? And I go, I can do this. And I spread my legs a little bit off to the side because they were only shooting from the waist up. And the guy goes, yeah, that's good. More. And so I spread my legs a little more. Right. And he goes, that's good. More. So I spread
like the split.
So I spread my legs more. Right now, I'm standing, and my legs are about a foot past what would be considered to be shoulder width. So I'm doing the splits in this hotel suite. Okay,
Yeah.
And then the guy goes, right there, don't move. 40 minutes later, Mariah Carey walks in the room.
Oh my God.
Did she not ask why you were doing the splits?
40 minutes later, Mariah
Question.
Carey walks in the room and she says this. Mariah Carey walks in the room and announces, who says I'm a diva? Walks over to me,
God.
stands in front of me,
Yeah.
does the interview, does not once even acknowledge the fact that I'm doing the splits in front of her.
Because you're probably not the first one.
Thank you.
But that's not the longest you've waited for her.
Oh, no, Mariah Carey was 24 hours late for an interview one time.
Oh my
They
God.
booked me a hotel.
Did you have to do the splits all that time too?
No, I had to sleep over.
In the splits?
Mariah Carey sleepover.
I had to sleep over. They made me sleep over. She was so late.
Nightmare.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I saw this on TikTok. I don't know where this bar was. Man, I wish I knew. But they have gone 30 plus to be let into this bar.
L.A. I
Is
saw
that where it is?
Yeah.
30 plus.
Wow, I'll let you know when I
Right?
hit that
Why are
age.
you so excited?
Now, I thought that this was like some bougie establishment, right? But it's like some saloon. Like it's like it looks like it's like
a bar.
It's like a bar. Yeah.
Oh.
Like it's a nachos and chicken fingers kind of bar.
Oh.
Like I thought it was
Why is
like
it 30 plus?
Because I guess they don't like rowdy. And they were like, okay, we want to get rid of the young people that come in here, don't buy any food, and they're just like super loud. So they went 30 plus.
Wow.
And
There's
so
some rowdy 30 plus people.
yeah, but not like that though. But now the crazy thing is that the people that got turned away were quite pissed about it. But when you read the comments for this, is everybody's like, understand you're pissed, but trust me, when you're 30, you will appreciate this. That was pretty much the general.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I'm kind of down with that though. I don't mind a 30 plus.
You also want, when you've talked before, where you want it to be earlier in the day.
Oh yeah, I would love that. I want an early sitting at
So 30 plus and at 3 p.m.?
Yeah, I want an early sitting, but club night. Like I want to be able to do like all the club things, but I want to be able to do it like right after work. Be wrapped by 8:30, and then you can open up again at 9 for all the hardcores, right?
On your way home, stop off at the grocery store.
Yeah, like I'm home by 9. Like that's all I want. Even earlier, like you finish work 5, head there by 6. Yeah, home by 9.
So do you have to change at work into your club clothes?
Yeah, like a superhero, right? Yeah. Or if you forget, like you stop at Le Chateau on the way, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like it's all you're all good. You figure
Put me
it
to your
out. boo.
pleather pants, please.
Yeah. Like you figure it out. But no, I don't want to be out late, right? All day they can go. Everybody else can show up at a club at 9. I want to be home early.
9?
Yeah.
Who goes to a club at 9, you nerd?
What time do people go clubbing at?
11.
11.
11 o'clock, nerd. No
okay,
thanks.
hold on. Wait. Hold on here. What time when people go clubbing? What time do they go clubbing at?
12:30.
Yeah, if you want to have a good time. Yeah, like midnight, 12:30.
That's too close to last call.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Midnight.
Yo, y'all are some amateurs.
Even when I was hardcore, where I went out every single night, I was never there later than say 10.
Really?
And it was packed. It was packed. You would wait in line for hours.
Were you helping the bar staff?
No, you would wait in line for hours. I mean, last call was 1 though.
Okay.
Right? So maybe that changes things.
That's corny.
When was the last time you were out past 2?
Like doing what?
Partying.
Oh, like I went to bring the garbage out past 2 one night when I was on vacation. Technically, I was out past 2.
Oh, wow.
Right?
You know how to live it up.
Yeah. I forgot something in the car another night. Had to go out for that past 2. Right? Oh, no, that was the same night as bringing out the garbage.
Oh.
So
Doesn't
once.
count.
Doesn't count. One time.
Wait.
What?
Deepa? Have you ever seen 2 o'clock in the morning?
From outside my house?
Yeah.
No. You guys can answer that question yourselves.
You ever seen 1 a.m.? You ever seen 1 a.m.?
a.m.?
You ever seen 1 a.m. out in the world?
No.
You ever seen midnight? You ever been out in the world at midnight?
Yeah, like
Not your
if
wedding.
I'm attending
Not your
a
wedding. Not your wedding or anybody else's wedding. No, not your wedding or anybody else's wedding.
Yes. Actually, for the first time ever, because I don't live with my parents anymore, I went to a lot of Caravana like concerts and that sort of thing, and I was out until maybe like 1:30-ish.
Oh, one time.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just one time, though?
Two times.
Okay, there we go. Right, that's not bad. Yeah.
Improvement.
And have you told did you tell your dad about that or no?
No, are you mad? No.
Oh, no. No, your phone's going to be ringing off the hook after this show's done.
Just saying.
Your dad is...
Just saying.
Deepa.
Our little
What's this I hear? Come on now. I got to talk to you.
That's actually what he sounds like, too.
Deepa, you going where? You best be church.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, I was just looking at pictures of Eddie Murphy on set wearing his Detroit Lions jacket.
For what?
Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley.
Oh, you know, I've never seen the full Beverly Hills Cop Part 1.
No?
Just like bits and
it's
pieces.
so good.
Yeah.
The Beverly Hills Cop 1 is really, really good.
Just bits and pieces.
Because he was so young and he was so good. Like
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy, that character Axel Foley that he created. I mean, really, if you're going to watch Beverly Hills Cop, the other one to watch is
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
No. Beverly Hills Cop 2 wasn't. It was okay. Just watch the first one. It starts off with what was the Pointer Sisters song? Was it Neutron Dance? Is that the first song when the guys are stealing the cigarette truck?
Wow, you really remember. What's it
Bro,
called?
Pointer
Sisters Neutron Dance.
Sisters, Beverly Hills.
Neutron Dance.
I think it's the best point. I mean, it's my favorite Pointer Sisters song.
Neutron Dance, yeah.
Yeah. I love Neutron Dance. You ever heard Neutron Dance? You don't remember this track?
Oh, but there's also Pointer Sisters in Cop 2. Be there.
All right, has everyone been to the bathroom tonight? And why are you all jiggling? All right, people are going to come in.
It's a music video, by the
I want
way.
you to go right
Oh,
out, bring
yeah.
them courteously to their seats, lock them to their seats, and then go directly back out and get the next batch. I don't want you stopping to go fix your makeup, to go make phone
So
calls
Axel
about raising
Foley
eggs.
is trying to bust. He's undercover, right? And he's trying to bust these guys stealing a cigarette truck. And then there's a big giant chase.
Car
And
chase?
this is the song. I think it is, right? Yeah.
He's 23, by the way.
23 years old. Yeah. Killing it, man. You never heard this track?
Eddie Murphy was 23 when
Yeah.
he did that movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Behind the door. There's no time to stop and get away.
Spoiler alert, they're showing clips of the movie.
Yeah,
here.
of course. That's what all those music videos were. Whenever a band did a song for a movie, the music video was full of just clips of the movie.
Well, if I want to watch a movie, I don't want to.
Yeah, you will. It's hard to find. Anyway, so it's Netflix. They just started shooting in L.A.
It's on Netflix?
On Netflix.
Wow.
It is. It's Eddie Murphy and Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
No!
So I don't know if Joseph Gordon-Levitt is going to be his partner or if he's going to be the villain.
Who was his partner in the original?
Judge Reinhold. Well, he didn't. Sorry. He didn't have a partner. So what wound up happening was Eddie Murphy, Detroit cop, right? Goes to L.A. because a buddy of his is murdered maybe or goes missing. And so he's not allowed to do cop stuff in L.A. because he's a Detroit cop.
Sure.
But they sort of work with him a little bit. He's not there officially as a cop, so they pair him up with these two stick-up-the-ass L.A. cops, and one of them was Judge Reinhold.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Is that why he was driving a regular car?
Yeah, but it's good. And Bronson Pinchot, that's where Bronson. Okay, you know when everybody goes, "Get the hell out of here," right? You know that famous line, right? That's from Beverly Hills Cop.
Oh, really?
That's where Eddie Murphy first did. That's where that line came from. Was
Bronson
Beverly Hills
Pinchot
Cop
from Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, Balki Bartokomous.
This one lady from Pointer Sisters,
Yeah.
one of the Pointer Sisters.
Yeah.
I assume the eldest Pointer sister. She looks like what's that lady more like? Patty LaBelle.
Yeah, a little bit.
I love
little
Patti
bit,
LaBelle.
little bit. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Leonardo DiCaprio's ex, Camila Morone, who, of course, we all know turned 25 recently, and Leonardo
she's
DiCaprio
retiring? She's
broke up with her.
She's so old? She's
no,
retiring?
man. She was out in L.A. seen meeting with real estate agents, apartment shopping.
Oh, no.
Wait, she get money from him to leave?
No, I think
No,
she
she
just
gotta-
left the house, man. Right? Ain't got no place to live. This, as reports that Leonardo DiCaprio was spotted with
Somebody else in?
Yeah, he was spotted with a Ukrainian model.
How old?
22.
Oh my God! Oh no!
So does
So
she
he's
know
got
she
he's
only
got
has
the
3
next
years?
he's got the
Yeah.
next 3 years planned
Yeah.
out. I wonder if she knows that.
I don't know, man.
Come on, Leo.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do we have time to do this Winnie the Pooh thing?
Of course.
Okay, so Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. This is the horror movie version of Winnie the Pooh because Winnie the Pooh became public domain. The intellectual property for it is now up for grabs because it's like been out for 95 years or whatever. So these guys got a hold of Winnie the Pooh and they made a slasher film where basically Christopher Robin left to go to college and left his friends Pooh, Piglet, and Eeyore back in the forest. And then after all these years, he goes back to find them. But what happened was that when Christopher Robin left, they ran out of food, became feral, and then Pooh and Piglet ate Eeyore, and now they're homicidal maniacs. So here's the trailer.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
Why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Robin. You should be close now.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore.
Christopher, we need to leave. Now.
We used to be friends. Why are you doing this?
Sounds awesome.
I would have never left, I swear. I swear.
And then they just go on a murderous rampage. I don't know.
Murderous rampage.
Did you watch a full trailer?
I did, yes.
I'm actually into it.
Are you?
Yeah,
Really?
I'm really into it.
Yeah, I'll watch it too. I'll watch it too. The directors and the guys who created this, Reese Waterfield and Scott Jeffrey, were talking to TMZ.
Literally, once this went a bit viral it was about 3 months ago, my inbox just got absolutely flooded with people.
With hate.
Yeah, it's a bit like Marmite. Like we had like people who absolutely loved it. You know, like, this is the best thing I've ever heard of. And then other people saying I'm destroying their lives.
But the thing is, like, you know, those Winnie the Pooh fans can keep what they've already got. This is for different people that want a different type of Winnie. So if you're not into it, you don't have to watch it. But you know, if you love a bit of horror and you think Winnie could be fun, then yeah, cool, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are all those fans that have always been clamoring for a different Winnie? You know what I mean?
Zero.
Like zero.
None of them.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, I watched that Nope movie, the Jordan Peele movie.
And?
Meh.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought it was, you know, sometimes there's a movie that I watch where I'm like, man, that was not a very good movie, but I like it. And then there's times where I'm like, it's a pretty decent movie, but I didn't like it. I don't know where this falls. Like, I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah, no, I wasn't confused. It was just, I just don't I don't think that there was enough of what they were doing to make a whole movie, to be honest with you.
Really? Did you watch it, Shem?
Yeah, the plot fell.
It's
Jordan Peele fan.
It's relatively simple, but it's just sort of like, oh, okay. That's how I left Peele in the theater.
Yeah,
It's the first movie where I watched the trailer, and because of the trailer, I had no interest in watching the movie.
Really? See, because I like those movies. And it's interesting because we've talked about this before. I've always thought that Jordan, there's a sort of correlation between Jordan Peele and M. Night Shyamalan, right? When Jordan Peele came out with Get Out, it was the same sort of reaction that people had when Sixth Sense came out.
Yes.
Right? It was like, oh my God, they're doing something new. Right? It was crazy.
And it made people pay attention to that individual as a director.
Yes, and we could not wait until what they did next. And to me, Us fell a little bit flat, and so did M. Night's second movie, which was
The beach one?
What's that? No, M. Night's second movie was he had done other movies before, but Unbreakable I actually quite liked.
Oh, that's a good movie. Yeah.
But M. Night's third movie was Signs, which was an alien movie.
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's third movie is an alien movie. So I find that pretty interesting, but I just didn't think that there was enough of a story for a whole movie.
Really? How long is it? Like hour and a half?
No, it's like 2. But and there's some characters in the movie that I just like that weren't grounded in any sort of reality whatsoever, and so I kept my head kept wandering. Like I would look down at my phone during the movie, which I rarely do. When
So
I'm
do you
watching a
recommend
movie. Listen,
I'm still going to watch
Daniel Kaluuya is amazing, right? He's such a good actor.
Keke
but
Palmer?
They did nothing with him in this movie.
Oh.
You have one of the best sort of like young actors out there in Daniel Kaluuya, and he literally does nothing in the movie.
What about Keke?
She's good, but almost a caricature though.
She's very extra. And it's fine to be extra, but like
it is.
It's annoyingly extra.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
I'll still watch it.
And they try and tie 2 stories together and everything else. I don't know.
Spoiler alert.
Tying 2 stories together is not a spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Nope, sucks.
Oh, for God's sakes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And you know what does not suck is Serena winning again at the U.S. Open. Bro. And you know, like when you look at Bianca Andreescu and everybody else who's still in that tournament, you know they're playing to win. But there's a huge part of them that are playing because they want to be the one that plays Serena in the final. They want that to happen. Every other woman on that court is like, this is going to be the thing.
Because
you have to let her win?
It's career changing.
It is. Well,
right?
it not only that, but you want to, like, that's the moment, right? Like, that's and I don't think that they're going to go easy. I don't think they're going to let her win, like, at all.
No.
But I think that is such a pivotal moment for, any star to sort of be the one on the other side of the court during, a Serena last match.
But it also sucks, though, if you're the one that beats her at her last game. And go down in history going,
but that's sport, though.
Win.
Listen, Serena has destroyed so many, and you win and you lose in tennis and in sport, right? And I don't think anybody's going to feel too bad. Now, that doesn't mean that that crazy tennis fans aren't going to go after whoever does wind up beating Serena. If Serena does lose, she can win the whole damn thing, right?
I don't know. Watching her play, I'm thinking she's going to dust everybody.
Yeah, I mean, it's looking that way. So here is a reporter asked Serena after the match, just whether she was even shocked with how well she's doing. And listen to Serena's reaction.
Are you surprising yourself with your level at the moment? What? Are you surprising yourself with your level? No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just Serena, so.
Yeah, you're just doing Serena. Yeah.
I'm just doing me.
Yeah, but no, what a story it would be if she won this whole thing. It'd be so great.
I hope she does. I really do.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Spotify has released their streaming songs of the summer. These are based on streaming numbers. There's sort of Canadian lists, and there's a global list. There's a U.S. list. Let's do the global list.
Sure.
So globally, you wanted to start at number 3?
Sure.
Okay, starting at number 3, globally, the number 3 most streamed song is Mi Porto Bonito by Bad Bunny, huh?
You want to talk about Unstoppable Force, Bad Bunny. His numbers this year on record sales and streaming have just been out of this world, man.
And don't forget, he's a Marvel guy now, too, right?
He is, yeah.
Number 2 globally streaming. This, again, is Song of the Summer. Songs of the Summer. Here's number 2. Kate Bush running up that hill. Made famous by one Kate Bush, but also Stranger Things.
And that's blowing up on TikTok.
Honestly, first time I heard the song was by watching Stranger Things.
Yeah, because it was released in 85, right? So you were not like...
Born? Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. I very much remember. I loved this song in 85 when it came out.
So
I still listen to it
globally,
all
the
the
number
time.
2 song streamed on Spotify.
Yeah, for the summer. So these are songs of the summer. And number 1 globally, as far as the song of the summer, according to Spotify subscribers, is...
Oh, of course. Harry Styles? Yeah. This year really did belong to Harry Styles.
Yes.
Right? Like, who else this year has had more success than Harry Styles?
Not more. Lizzo had a pretty good year as well.
Yeah, she did. You're right. Lizzo is on the list. Where's Lizzo? She's on the U.S. list, I believe, at number 10 with About Damn Time.
Okay.
So there you go. Those are your streaming numbers for Spotify for Song of the Summer.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ontarians who test positive for COVID-19 no longer have to isolate for 5 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back to making out with dirty people. Strangers. We're all good now. No, because we got monkeypox to worry about now.
Yeah.
You can't make out with people anymore.
Do we have to tell, though? Do we have to say, like...
So 5 days, but you should stay home until after your fever clears and their symptoms have improved for at least 24 hours. So I guess it's just saying take the day off.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Or
this is
5.
from Dr. Kieran Morris, said yesterday that people can return to work or school while still testing positive for COVID, but not if they are symptomatic. However, they noted that workplaces, of course, have their own requirements. So, yeah, we're all good.
I don't know. For me, if I were to get it, I would still obviously tell you guys, and I would still stay. I'd stay home for a couple.
But yeah, until your fever goes away, then you can come in.
Yeah, but what they're saying is that as long as you don't have any symptoms, you can still be testing positive, and as long as you don't have symptoms, you're free to live your life. There's no mandatory isolation. Like when I had COVID, I felt like hell for like 3 days, and then I was bored. I was mowing the lawn and stuff.
Yeah,
I felt great
because the policy here,
and
said
the
keep
policy everywhere.
Keep your ass at home.
Yeah,
even though you felt dynamite.
I felt dynamite. Yeah, I was like barbecuing and like
making out with dirty people.
Yeah, man.
Well, that does not sound like recovery.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Avril Lavigne gets her star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Hey, congratulations, Avril!
The princess of pop punk. She got her star yesterday. Talked about the first time she went to Los Angeles at the age of 16 when she stopped at the Walk of Fame.
I mean, can you believe it's been 20 years of this?
Yes.
I feel really proud and I feel really honored to be getting a star today on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So I can remember seeing these legendary names and I never could have imagined that mine would be here. This is so crazy. I am so grateful. This is probably one of the coolest days of my life.
Aw.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Listen to this story from Stephen Merchant, who was the guy who directed Fighting with My Family with the Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So listen to this story that he tells, because he's doing a podcast and they ask him, what is it actually like to work with Dwayne Johnson? But listen to this.
So you did omelets with Walken.
Yeah.
Were you able to do cheat meals with The Rock? Like, did you do pancakes with The Rock when you were doing
I never did pancakes with
Fighting
The Rock,
with My Family?
Although I do remember having a meeting with him in Texas just before a WrestleMania, and we were in his hotel room just having this meeting about the movie, and and he was like his alarm would go off on his phone at like sort of 3:17, and then he'd go to the fridge and there'd be like turkey and rice with like 3:17 written on it, and he would have to like microwave and eat. Like, it was so regimented.
Oh, he eats a lot, right?
It's extraordinary.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I think someone even told me, maybe he told me that he, like, when he goes for dinner with friends, like he'll have to take his food to the restaurant and have them heat it up because it's such a structured diet.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
The Rock is bringing food
Tupperware.
from home
Yeah.
to a restaurant?
Yep.
And the restaurant's not going to say, no, it's a friggin' Rock.
They will plate that up for him.
And make it look real
And wash up
nice.
his Tupperware and bring it back to the table when he's done.
And he just puts it in his bag.
Yeah. You know, because you ever have any of those friends or know anybody where when they go to a restaurant, the restaurant's wine isn't good enough for them, so they bring their own bottle of wine?
No.
Oh, I don't
And then-
have anybody in
I have
my
an aunt
circle like that.
You have an aunt like that, Shem? Yeah.
No.
And then you pay what's called a corking fee, which what I had thought growing up was a completely different thing. But you pay. But I listen. I don't even like wine, and I've spent hundreds of dollars on corking fees before. Oh my god! Okay. So you get a corking fee, and then they just open your bottle for you, and then you get to drink it, right? So I imagine that's what the Rock is like. But I don't think they charge.
They don't
the
charge
Rock.
him for
No.
No, I too, much like everybody else, fascinated with what he eats and when he eats and how much, right?
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine whoever his chef is, or I don't know if he has multiple chefs.
Yeah.
Like every day in the morning, you are making what, like 7-8 meals for the guy?
Yeah.
If he's eating like every 2 hours?
Yeah. It's like owning a horse, right? Like,
Yes.
Like you gotta oh my God, I gotta give a 3 and feed the horse, right?
And like sometimes he works out at
Yeah.
midnight.
Yeah.
And then I imagine after midnight, or after his workout, like an hour later, maybe he's having something to eat. Like, does he prepare that himself, or is there like a meal ready for him?
Yeah.
But if he goes to the
Sure.
restaurant and brings his food, the restaurant's losing money on him then.
No, the restaurant's not because he's there.
You think a
Right.
restaurant cares that the man wants to heat up his chicken and
Turkey,
rice?
yeah, right. You know, and also because I'm sure that, you know, they're not too bent out about it because I'm sure the Rock's food is like fairly bland. Like I'm sure it's okay, but it's not like covered in sauces and everything that
It's
makes
not like
a
his
meal a
cheat
meal,
meals.
right? No,
Right?
no,
When
no.
he's sitting there with a tray of sushi and
Yeah.
like 2 extra large pizzas
Yeah.
and then like a bag of cookies.
Yeah, right.
Come
like,
on.
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's good. But yeah, so the Rock brings his own food to restaurants in like a Tupperware. Yeah, and
Yo,
just has them heated
boss
up for him.
move.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.